He was a good brother. He was a good content creator while we had him. But he gonna lose so bad in this battle. Why do I have to beat down a brother that I care so much about? You know, I didn't ask for this. I didn't land on Plymouth Rock. The Thailand Rock tried to land on me. It's gonna be a massacre. You gonna think that I was calling me that when I get there and do the Thailand so bad. Talk about Thailand versus Colombia.
So Twist, I'm about to go on live right now. But I'm just letting you know, yeah, so she tried to give me
mute.
Yo.
Petito, that's it. Petito Jackson. I got Petito and what's the other cities I got? I got 1, 2 more. I think Colombia is even bigger than Petito, isn't it? I mean, Thailand. I'm not sure. I got.
Let's go back for a second. I might have to. There we go.
In the middle of all the great.
There we go.
Other cities I got 1 city. Whatever.
Let's see if we can put that back.
So I remember I'm on.
The reason why we're actually doing this is we want to give you guys insight and information about our country that you guys don't know about. A lot of you guys know certain things about Colombia or certain things that you know about Thailand. We want to give you guys some behind the scenes information. It's almost like you're hearing 2 guys give a consultation for free. It's almost like you're hearing me and Rich give a consultation regarding our countries. Absolutely free 99 on sale.
Hey, what's up, Zoom Tribe? Just got off the phone with Richie Mack, the travel OG. That consultation was very insightful and helpful in planning my stay in Thailand. We talked from everything from hotel stays, different venues and places I can visit, from food to women, everything. I advise you guys to get your consultations. Zoom to Thailand.
Yeah, I'm definitely glad I did a consultation with Andre. Very good, very informative. It's like talking to a older brother. I think the biggest thing I got out of it was that, the world's bigger than just the United States. That, you got to venture out. Our purchasing power outside the U.S. is 10x. So, learn about that. So overall, it was just good, very informative, and I'm very thankful.
Richie Mack, this is Abel. I'm in Phuket. I'm actually in Thailand because of you. I had never even heard of Phuket until our consult. So for those who are thinking about coming in Thailand, thinking about getting out of the matrix, get your consult. I did with the travel OG, Richie Mack. More than worth it, and haven't even seen everything. I'm about to get to my hotel, discovering a place called Phi Island. I'm going to go hit that tomorrow. And I absolutely will be in Pattaya for the Amazing Creators Awards at the Maju Bar. Thank you, Richie Mack. I can't say enough how you continue to assist me even after our consult. So, guys, ladies, even whoever, get your consult, get to Thailand, and be amazed.
Hey, what's going on? This is Trayvon. I just finished up with an excellent consultation with Andre earlier today about Colombia. He provided everything from Airbnbs to stay at while you're here to different information about different cities here in Colombia. during your stay. I definitely recommend this consultation. It was very informative, very precise. He provided me with all the information that I needed, in making my decision to come down to Colombia for the first time. So, whether you are a first-time traveler to Colombia or a veteran who may just not be familiar with a certain region of Colombia, I definitely recommend this consultation. Very informative. I left the consultation way more excited about making my first trip down there. So again, excellent consultation. And definitely, if you're thinking about it, go ahead and book that consultation. Appreciate it again on the salute.
Officials are ready. The fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. So for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble.
Bonitas batitas, I got them illegal. Colombia thick, mami me gusta problema with Negros. But when I'm in Thailand, I'm gonna island, fly like an eagle. I pop them, the papa, we lock up and then we pick out with the weasels. Cause they was stopping up in Thailand. I see them like goddamn. She beautiful, feminine, yeah man. She got it like yeah man. She drop it, she pop it like a hot man. She basketball high brand. Look and fly like she white. Soy 6, soy 5. Hold the drums, give me tights. Now we all going live. Hola mami más, mucho culo. She gon' take a mommy, poppy chulo. Oh man, damn, you got a boss, man, brand. I got a phone, 10. She make the boys head spin. She make front, back, in. I see the top, land skin. She get them back, gon' spin. Got a few 9, smooth 10. She got the back, don't bend. She got the black, gon' in. Colombia versus Thailand. My land, Colombia versus Thailand. God damn, Colombia versus Thailand. My land, Colombia versus Thailand. God damn.
Thailand versus Colombia. Two beautiful countries going head up to see who is pound for pound number one. Categories include cost of living, infrastructure, the people, nightlife, healthcare, food, expat community, travel convenience, buying property or starting a business, and whatever else we come up with. But we can't do it without you guys. Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube jury, we need you to weigh in and tap in and help decide who wins.
All right, here we go again. This ain't your first time on this channel. It ain't gonna be your last. So don't lie yourself. We got a nice one tonight. We got my man, my family, Richie Mack out in Thailand, giving you the truth. Even though I've been reading the comments of what you guys have said yesterday about Colombia, and yet y'all still coming here. I'm gonna bring up Richie and let him speak. My dude, family, who I appreciate, who I got much love for. We got Richie Mack.
My brother. What up? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Coach? Coach, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
What's up, my brother? So I'm gonna start it off. I'm gonna start it off like this. I'm gonna shoot because he done already shot a shot at me, y'all. He think he's slick. He done shot a shot. He remixed the video. Beautiful women, by the way. He remixed the video. When I made the video for us, I made it where it was like it was balanced. Colombia versus Thailand. I had it balanced. Dre done went and pulled the race card on me. He done got the sisters in there. He got the big old chunk of things in there. Beautiful, beautiful sisters. Every race, every color he pulled out on me, which was actually a smart move on his half, because he's gonna need it, because he's gonna get this work. But he did remix the video. When I made it for him, I was unbiased. Is that true, Coach? Was I unbiased?
Oh no, you weren't. I sat back and I looked at the video. I sat back and I looked at that video and I was like, wait a minute. I'm looking at all of this Zoom to Thailand music. I mean, I'm not doing Zoom to Thailand music, but the video, I'm seeing so much Thailand. I'm like, wait a minute, we're gonna have to show the real Colombia. Colombia's got more than one ethnic group in this thing.
And you gonna do that? You want me to tell your people I'm on your home court? You want me to tell your people? I will tell. I'm the type of nigga that'll tell.
Go ahead,
Let me let y'all know what the coach did. I asked the coach. I said, Coach, I need you to send me your Colombia footage so that way I can put your stuff on. I don't want it to look like it's all Thailand and no Colombia. Did I say that, Coach?
You did.
Okay. Did you
make sure you got
what? Go ahead.
The man got the link.
I don't. Let me send it. Let me see. Let me send it to him.
I know I got it to Gail. Gail's here. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Shout out to you guys being here.
Yeah, shout out to y'all in the comment section watching the coach get to work on his own channel. We're gonna give it to him. But coach, what happened was those videos that you had of them beautiful chocolate sisters and you did show an array of different. You didn't send me none of that, Coach. Let's keep it a buck. You ain't saying your boy none of that.
I can't get another man channel demonetized. I ain't doing that to you. I will let my video be attacked. So I'm saying, let them attack Gray. I've been around enough.
That was a great attack, though. That was, hey, you got.
I saw your eyes. I saw your eyes go like, ooh. Yeah. Like, ooh. Yeah. I didn't want to see nothing else. I just want to see your face as soon as you saw that pop up. Like, ooh.
Dre, I told you. I can't mess with you in that category. I can't. I mean, when it comes to aesthetics and all that, I can't. I give it up. But after that. And then in the comment section last night that I read today on your channel, most people commented on a category that we spoke on that was not a part of it, and they actually voted on that. Safety. They voted on safety. Which you know what? We spoke enough about it, so it might as well be a part of it. But at the end of the day, because that's an important part, we can't deny the fact that is not an important part of traveling to Colombia. One guy said this. He said, "I voted for safety, or I voted for Thailand because Andre spent 90% of his time indoors because of safety." Which is not true at all. That's true. Yeah, I wouldn't think that's true. Dre, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube jury, I got to defend the coach on that. Dre is not a scary dude. He's been in a lot of scary places. And he ain't a scary dude. I don't disagree with that.
I'm flying up to Cartagena tomorrow night. I don't know what anybody in Cartagena. Let me know. I'll be there tomorrow night. Me and Andre will be there. So at the end of the day, we definitely are. We homebodies, but that's because of business. But at the end of the day, we always all about, especially when you guys come to town. Whenever somebody travels here, there's so many guys that come here. I don't know if you do this, Rich. I've got to actually on my billboard when guys come to town and when guys leave. That's how many people come to town and they're always like, Dre, I'm trying to see you. Dre, I'm trying to hang out. Dre, you got a minute. And so I just write down so I know who's coming to town, what their date is, and what time they're getting in. So I'm good.
If that was a category, Dre would win. Dre is way more organized than me. I don't have time. I'll be talking about Dre being in the house. I'll be in the house. I'll be in here working. Like literally, y'all can see I just woke up so I could go and come and give Dre this work, man. It's like I'm in the house all the time. Anybody out here tell you, like, I be trying sometime to see what people tell me I need to do is start doing like a weekly meetup or something like that, like pick a day out of the week and then do it that way because I really do like want to meet with my subscribers, especially my Patreon members. Like my Patreon members mean everything to me. So I get that. But that ain't what we're here for, Coach. You ain't getting out of it. You ain't getting out of it.
Let's get started. Let's get started with the categories. Let's roll down the categories that we got left.
Okay. I'm trying to see if Chocolate Man has the what's name. But if not, I mean, he knows about it.
Oh, we can wait for Chocolate Man. We can do our entries today. I'll let you be the first spokesman, like you let me be the first spokesman yesterday as an attorney.
No, don't lie. I was the first spokesman because
I
don't ever want to follow.
Oh yeah, you know what? I did close out.
Yeah, I don't want to follow behind your speeches because Dre got the speeches. I ain't messing with Dre with the speeches. All I can do is give the ladies and gentlemen of the jury, of the YouTube jury, the facts. Because he gonna get you with emotion. He gonna hit you with all kind of emotion. He tried yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. He tried to.
You talking? Hey, wait a minute. Are you gonna speak now? I can let you speak now.
Oh, I thought you was giving it. I thought you was giving me the floor.
No, we go. It's all yours.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube jury, I come to you for part 2 of Thailand versus Colombia for several reasons. Number one is because I love this man. I love what he represents. I love that he represents what marriage is supposed to look like. I know what he's been through in the past and when anybody can come through what he's been through and rise out of the ashes and be what you are, you can't do nothing to take your hat off. That's just facts. Like I give it where that's the difference between me and my opponent. My opponent, he don't give it up the way I give it up. I give it all the way up. When a person gets their props, I give them when they deserve it, they get their props. Ain't no way around it. Now this man is gonna bring up women. We talked about this yesterday. The main thing I told him in the beginning of that conversation, if you go back and look at the other stream, the first thing I said was I'm giving him aesthetics. Ain't nothing beating aesthetics in Colombia and Brazil. As far as I know, I've been to Brazil. I ain't been to Colombia, but I know what we like. I know what I like. I know what I've been dating in California, LA. I've always had an affection for Hispanic women because the passion they have. And back in my day, that's when you know you're old when you say in my day. In my day, Latinas in California, they took care of their men. I lived with a Hispanic family, the Velardes. Shout out to Javier if you ever watched this. It was literally a house for like 12 people with a 1-bedroom house. And when I got in trouble, got kicked out the house, they let me stay at their house. So I watched how the daughters would serve the brothers and the men. The women would cook. The men would sit there and let the women. It was something I wasn't even used to back then, but I saw it and I loved it. And that's how I got into the Hispanic culture. And I also learned because Dre and I are the same age, so we came up during the dope boy era. So we know as in our era, all the prettiest girls like the D-boys, you know what I mean? That was just what it was. So if you wanted a sister, you had to be a D-boy, you had to have a Turkish chain, you had to have a certain kind of car. The Hispanics wasn't tripping. The Hispanic women I dated, they wasn't tripping on none of that. They was happy with their boyfriend at the bus stop. So that, when I saw that difference back in high school, 10th grade, that's how long I've been dating interracially. I date whatever I like, whatever looks good to me. I don't care if a Martian came out the damn space. If I was attracted and we got along, I would date a Martian because I don't really get tripped up on whatever it is. I'm more into happiness because I don't know how much time I got left. I want to be able to enjoy my life. So back to my opponent. So my opponent, I give him the aesthetics. He got that all day long. But what he did, y'all, if y'all watch yesterday's stream, he himself, watch the stream, he himself gave it to me for safety. Gave it to Thailand for safety. That's a no-brainer. Like, I wouldn't even throw that in his face because we know what goes on that side of town where Dre is. So I ain't even like, we ain't gonna do that. We gonna stay on the positive. We ain't gonna get in. We don't need to do all of that. Cause I know Dre. Dre gets sauced up, he can go in. So I'm like, all right, I ain't saying that, but if he go at me, I know what I got waiting on him, right? So I'm like, I ain't gonna do that. We kept it cool. He gave it to me in the beginning of the conversation. Pause. The beginning of the conversation, he said, Rich, you got safety. By the end of that conversation, he runs to a technicality and says, oh, safety wasn't on the list. He had to go into that, ladies and gentlemen. He had to try to find a little loophole to try and get out of this L he took yesterday. And because he was actually right, I said, you know what, Dre? I didn't put it on the list because I thought it was a given, just like women was a given. Like I left it out. So technically, you're right. I didn't put it on the list. So technically, I didn't do it. So we ended yesterday in a tie. But in terms of the 6 categories. But what he left out was, and what we didn't realize was, we didn't say we were basing the win on the categories. We're basing the win on the categories we talk about, and then the YouTube jury decides who wins. You don't have nothing to do with us. It ain't fixed. It ain't nothing planned. Me and Dre doing all of this freestyle. It's not planned, but Dre went to the technicality. So we said, okay, well, let's do this. Then all of a sudden, when we put up the poll, because we'd agree, like, how we going to decide who won? I said, everybody put ones in the chat. If Thailand won, everybody put twos in the chat if Dre won. Oh, no, we can't do it that way. Can't do it that way. It's going to be too confusing. Let's create a poll. We created a poll. Everybody was cool with the poll until Thailand won. And then when Thailand won, it's 3 a.m. in New York. Everybody sleep. Nobody knows. Rich is trying to set us up. It all became the conspiracy-ish. Him and Flyboy Way, who was really going to get it. I can't wait to give him this work. But Flyboy Way, that's a different subject, but he be slippery and slide. He won't give you a direct answer on nothing. It's always some psychological shit behind. I hope you're in the chats, Flyboy Way, because you're going to get this work. You're the one I really want. Dre's already an afterthought. Taylor May is an afterthought. You're going to get this work. You're really going to get this work. But anyway, I'm at the end of my summation, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. We won handily. He tried to catch me on a technicality. He lost, and he didn't accept the win. Then he did the sore loser reverse psychology. All right, Rich, you win. You gonna act like that? All right. He pulled out all the tricks in the book. And today, he's not going to be able to run because I'm on his channel. He controls everything. He controls when I come up, when I come down, everything it is. So, Coach, have I lied about anything I said before I step down and give you the floor, sir? Did I lie or exaggerate?
It's funny how a person considers stretching the truth as they did not lie. They might want to take this truth and expand it like a rubber band, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they failed. I'm not saying that you lied, but you damn sure stretch that truth mighty long. That's true. But because at the end of the day, like I was saying, we didn't bring up safety you created that list. Am I correct? Yes or no?
Fact.
Did you put safety on that list? Yes or no?
No.
So I didn't know or didn't remember. Let's put it like this, because I'm gonna be honest. I didn't remember if it was on the list or not. So I brought that factor up. But technically, you didn't put it on the list. And
that's
then
what I'm
everybody.
saying.
But
how am I stretching the truth?
Here's the kicker. Just like in most court cases, let me get this so low. Let me let this man sit back for a minute. Just like with most court cases, even though you may strike something from the court, you've already said it. The jury has that in their mind. So fear factor kicked in. First of all, let's get started with this. We have 82 people in here. Make sure 82 people click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like me too. You are not about to come on this channel and embarrass me. I don't see no super chats. I don't see no support, financial support. I don't see no cash apps, none of that. We are embarrassing ourselves on our own channel. The channel that all of us are on every week. Friday night drinking hand, Thursdays, Wednesday nights. I don't see one super chat. What are we doing? So what you did, you took all your proceeds over to the other brother, but I digress. Like I said, this glove represents Thailand. This is Thailand. If it don't fit, Thailand ain't it. You guys sat back and you voted yesterday. I give you that. But your actions say otherwise. I'm going to say that again. All of you that were rah-rah for Thailand yesterday, your actions for the last 10 years, 5 years, 3 years. I can go back and see footage with some of y'all in the background with Ace Live. Some of y'all sitting up there having drinks with Flyboy Way. Some of y'all sitting back in relationships. Some of y'all getting married here in Colombia. You saying one thing to Richie. I know Thailand is the new kid on the block. Thailand is the new, it's shiny. It ain't like DR. It ain't like Mexico, Cancun. It's not like Costa Rica. It's brand new to a lot of y'all. I got you. I'm not talking about the military brothers. Shout out to you military brothers. I'm not talking about to the dude that are like Chocolate Man that's been out there for a while. I'm talking about like over the last year since Richie Mack has pronounced himself as mayor, or we've pronounced him as mayor. I understand Thailand is the new thing, but yet and still, All y'all actions have been showing otherwise. I want you to vote with your actions. We're not going to change the poll or anything. But when it comes to the truth is you guys still come to Colombia. No matter how much you can zoom to Thailand from California. You guys are coming from California, Texas. You are coming from Oklahoma. You coming from Las Vegas all the way to Colombia. Why? Thailand right there. It's right there. Hop over the ocean, you can get to Thailand, but you're not doing that. So to sit back and vote, talking about safety, and yet I'm gonna see you guys next weekend. Come on, man. Truth be told. Let the truth be told. And at the end of the day, another thing, you guys are coming down here buying property. I haven't heard any of you guys talk about buying property and starting businesses in Thailand. I haven't heard anybody talk about getting their visas and getting their citizenship in Thailand. But you sure talk about it when you come to South America. I'm just going by the actions, fellas. I love you. I love everybody here. I do love my brother Rich. That's my family. The West Coast family. See what I'm saying? But your actions, if I go to your Facebook page, it's not Thailand on there. If I go to your WhatsApp groups, it's not a bunch of Thailand photos on there. But if I go there, I'm going to see a bunch of Colombia, aren't I? So if I was to sit back and say your votes are based off of the photos in your cell phone, would I be able to say that you're really ready to zoom to Thailand? Safety, he's right. Colombia is not the safest country in the world. We understand that. And even though that was not a part of the 12 categories we talked about, I want to end with this. As much as you guys voted on safety, once again, I'm just going by your actions. Because if you thought Colombia was so unsafe, you wouldn't have girlfriends down here. You wouldn't have wives down here. You would be trying to buy land down here, condos down here. You all on the beach down here getting your tans. All those actions that you're taking are contradictory to how you're voting. I need you to be truthful this evening. I desire for you to be truthful this evening. Just go by way of your cell phone. How many Thailand photos you got in there compared to Colombia? The joy that you had in Colombia. The easy access that you have to Colombia. The easy access to women of different nationalities in Colombia. Vote with your actions and not with his words. I again close with vote with your actions. Not with the words of another man that's trying to get you to zoom somewhere that most of y'all ain't never been to. Because when you get done zooming to Thailand, when you get done with your first, second, or third trip, guess where you're coming back to? You're coming back home to Colombia. Let's go ahead and get started.
That was an eloquent soliloquy, Coach. And check your Cash App. Check your Cash App, by the way, and check your people do listen to you because I see them tapping in. I see them tapping in with Cash Apps. I see when the coach speaks, the team listens. When the coach speaks, the team listens. I see that, but it's not going to save you. I'm telling you, they're voting and sending in Cash Apps based on their love for you and what you do, not because you're going to win this. You got to understand that. My opponent. I listen very carefully to my opponent. My opponent says, truth be told. Y'all hear him say that? He said, truth be told.
Truth.
The first misconception of truth, I'm not gonna call him a liar, that's a harsh word. I'm gonna call him a fibber. She fibbed. He told you guys Thailand's closer than Colombia. He said, you guys from California, you guys can be zooming to Thailand is closer. He's absolutely incorrect. The reason why the Pookies and the Ray Rays and a lot of people can't come here and mess this up as readily as they can other places that we know about. I'm not going to say any names. Is because of the distance, is what we embrace. People embrace the distance because that makes it harder for the wrong people to get out here. Not to say that they can't, because eventually they're going to make it because they see the life we have. And I welcome everybody as long as their head is on right. As long as they don't come here and try to pookie it up, or, you know, you know, I see little, sometimes, like, I can't make this up, man. I've seen little swastikas and I've seen Confederate flags out here, and I'm not gonna lie, it disturbs me, but we have to understand that a lot of these people don't even know what it means. You know what I mean? If we got a song with the N-word, nigga, you know, gonna ride with my nigga, got my nigga on the vibe. Now they singing a song out here, they don't know that we can say the word N, but they can't. They don't understand that. So they don't understand the cultural differences and a lot of stuff like that. So that's why we got to keep this place as pure as possible, because this is pure. It hasn't been tainted. If you watch yesterday's stream, you will see we had an actual Colombiana from Medellin. Thick, bad. She was here to weigh in on the truth. Dre want to talk about the truth. The truth was she had no bone to pick. I don't know her like that. I met her one time on the boat. Dre don't know her. He met her the first time on the stream. They actually gonna go on Dre's stream at some point. But she gave us the truth. She told us that the food was better. She told us about how things are better. She did say the weather's better than Colombia. She did say that. She gave it up to her country, but she is, like, in my opinion, like Dre's wife, Colombian first. No matter where she goes, no matter what she likes, she's Colombian first. That's where her heart is. She said that. But what she didn't say is that how she did not enjoy it here, how she said she could live here. She said all these things that the coach seemed to have left out. Now I'm gonna give it to him one more time. He did say, I did leave out safety because it was an afterthought. It was so much of an afterthought that he brought it up on the stream, not me. He brought it up. But when it came down to the technical stuff, like if you want to try to take a win like that, but we didn't say safety, even though we knew. Like every man wants peace of mind. That's why they leave the matrix. That's why they get away from matrix-minded women, because we don't have peace at home. They're constantly, everything is the opposite. If you, Tadler, what does it say? Everything is the opposite. You know what I've learned, like, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Anybody with kids, married, divorced with kids, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. If we're not there for our kids, we're deadbeat dad, we this, we that, we don't take care of our family, we do all this stuff. And if we want our kids, you want to keep them away from us. You can't see them, poisoning the kid's mind about the father. This happens all the time. So there's no winning option. If you say, you know what, I'm cool, then you deadbeat. If you say I'm gonna do everything to get my kids, then you do everything to stop him from getting his kids. These are the kind of arguments and fights you won't usually see out here. I'm not saying it's like that in other countries, but I know in the Matrix, from firsthand experience, I've dealt with that. So what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about 12 topics. We did 6 yesterday. We got 6 more today. Those are the topics that we're basing it on. Pound for pound, what's the best place? That's what this is about. Pound for pound, what's the best place? Not one category, not 2 categories. Pound for pound. If you watch my opponent, he's going to tell you about the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker. He's going to stay off topic because he's going to throw the shiny balls and all that shit at you. No. This is about pound for pound. And that's why everybody's going to get this work. Shout out to the Black Filipino TV. Can't wait. I left him a message. He gave support, and I definitely want to support him. My biggest video is Thailand versus the Philippines, so I can't wait to have a thing on with him. Once again, we do this as a free consultation type of thing to educate everybody about both places, and you guys decide. Because there's certain people, you ain't going to change their mind about Colombia. There's certain people, you ain't going to change their mind about DR, and there's certain people, you're going to change their mind about Thailand. So it is what it is. We have some biased thinkers, but that's what we're here for. We're here to clear the air, and y'all are here to vote. Vote with your cash apps. Vote with all of this because Dre deserves it. And vote with your conscience and vote here when we do the poll to let us know what you guys think or what is the best thing. So Dre, with that, I've done enough talking. Where would you like to go, sir? Because you either way it go, you're going to get it. Okay, you muted.
Excellent work, Rich. You let me pick yesterday.
Okay. You
picked the categories that we have left today. I know that that Flatboy should be coming on, and I've got one other brothers that should be popping up as well.
Okay.
And
is Chuck in the back? I see him in the comment section. I need Chuck.
I don't see Chuck.
He keeps the score. Gail, can you? Is Gail in the building?
What'd you say? Yeah, Gail was here earlier. Gail was like the first person here.
Okay.
Let's get these brothers these shout outs real quick. Then I'm going to hit the cash out. Then we can get started.
Okay.
My boy Jay Fleming in the building. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. We're talking about a brother that is a Renaissance man. If you want to know a dude that's like Dennis Furling / Kevin Samuels, some dudes carry themselves in more than one arena. They can wear Jordans and yet they can still put on some wingtips Oxfords. You see what I'm saying? That's Jay. And that's how he carries himself. He's trying to introduce guys to the blue book gentleman side of being a passport brother. He said, I just got to my desk, coach. Let's go. So make sure you guys subscribe to that brother's channel because he's an up-and-coming YouTuber and he really is professional in all that he does. We also got the Black Scorpion in the building. Thank you very much, Jay. And also thank you very much for the love of the game. Black Scorpion is in the building. Appreciate that, guys. I really appreciate that more than you realize. And we got Jalil always in the building. See what I'm saying? He said,
look at that message, coach. Look at that message. Can I read that, please?
Go ahead, read it, brother.
Lil says, love to the gentleman here. I wish everyone here tonight peace, love, and prosperity, man. These are the type of people that we want with us, following us, coming with us to our country, enjoying both countries. That is the kind of energy. That's all I care about. I don't care about how many subscribers I got as much as I care about the type of subscribers I got. And this is the kind of love we put in. We ain't doing this to be on some bullshit. We doing this because we do it in fun, but there's seriousness to fun, there's seriousness to jokes. But at the same time, those type of people, and that's what Dre has. Dre has, we both have some beautiful subscribers and followers and YouTubers and I mean
that I can say. I can say. I love when you guys get off the plane and I meet you at the airport, or when you run into us and walking down the street, or when you guys see us in the mall, you get a chance to meet Andrea. It solidifies the relationship that we have with you guys when we actually see you face to face, or when you come into to Zoom to Thailand to Richie Mack's Patreon, and he has that Patreon meeting with you guys. We're going to be setting our Patreon up actually this up and coming month, so all that's going to be launched. But it's great to be able to put faces with you guys in the comment section. And one thing I want to land with this: Rich is absolutely correct. We have grown men of all different ages. That's one thing I can say. We never see any childishness or foolishness in the comment section. Everybody get a chance to weigh in what they want to weigh in on. And that's what keeps us balanced as well, guys, because you guys are balanced and we respect you as much as you respect us. Also, shout out to Anthony in the building for the $10 for the love of the game, like Lee would say. Also, we got my man Blade Runner in the building. I know Blade Runner, that man, boy, he be moving. Blade Runner say, let's go, coach. Handle the business. Oh, yeah, I got this one tonight. This is going to be the one tonight. I'm going to come back to all these comments as well, guys. I just want to make sure.
Wait, let me say something to Blade Runner. Blade Runner, you can give him 5 more super chats. Dre going to get this work. Don't get me wrong. I love him. But, y'all send y'all super chats because that's what he going to need, because he talked to gang of ish before we got started. This is where it all started. Dre kicked it off. Well, actually, I might have kicked it off, but Dre really kicked it off. He said he was going to massacre me. It's going to be a bloodbath. Remember all that? Y'all seen the intro. Dre did all that. So Anthony Cobra, all of y'all better help your boy, because I'm coming to get him.
Hey. You been doing that one all night long, man.
That boy got that in my mind now. I got to make sure, but they'll clip it,
For the cash app, I just want to say thank you, brothers, such as James, for his $10 cash app donation. I appreciate that, brother.
You got to show it, coach. You got to show it. Give him that.
Yeah, I got to show it. Okay,
you gotta let him give him their props. It's like it's a what's the name?
See, there we go.
There you
got James right here.
Props.
We got $10 from my man Tevin in the building. Shout out to Tevin.
Hey.
Good man. Then we got Richie Mack Zoom to Thailand.
No, don't show that. Don't show that. No, don't show that. That's just love.
So don't say nothing about it. Keep it quiet.
Yeah,
I keep that quiet. Shout out to Richie Mack.
Absolutely.
I love you too, brother. I really do, man. In all sincerity. Off camera. Camera and no camera. You see what I'm saying? And that's what we try to get guys to realize when we were talking about Austin yesterday. You know, guys don't realize the relationships that we all have as travel content creators off camera. I spend just as many hours talking to you as I do talking to Ace, talking to Austin, talking to Kings and Dreams. It's just so many dudes that I converse with. Aaron, BMT, and you just spend so much time in these guys.
Don't leave out the funds.
Oh yeah, come on, man. That's a given. That's a given. Taylor May Green, shout out. And but the relationships that you build, man, and that's what I like with the audience as well. A lot of you guys, we talk offline. A lot of you are in our WhatsApp groups or our Discord groups, and we love the conversations and the relationships we have. And I'm gonna tell you something in all sincerity, guys, and Rich probably can attest to this. I don't have anybody much in the States that can relate to me like you men can, and like you ladies that travel can. When I talk about passports in the States, people used to say, whatever. They didn't get it. But because of all 85 of you guys get me, and I get you. And the same thing with Rich. He gets you because you understand him. And if it wasn't for you guys in a comment section, I kid you not, I probably wouldn't have been living the life that I live today, because I probably would have gave up because it wasn't nobody else to encourage me to be there for myself. And so I want to say thank to all you guys that are always on Chocolate Man's channel, always on Flyboy Wade's channel. You're always on our channels. And you're always, and for the ladies out there, from the Nika Marie's all the way to the Chantel Simone's, to the Didi's, to all those other, to Pink Book Lessons, all those ladies that try to let other ladies know that, hey, it's too late. These men are actually gone. And so I just want to say thank you to all you guys in the audience. You see, I got the smooth jazz going for us too. You caught that?
I do, man. I like that. I wanted to put music in the back of mine. I just don't know how to do it yet.
I'm gonna figure out how to do it. I'm gonna figure out how to do it. Then I'm gonna see you some tracks.
Yeah. I thought you got music. They already have little stock music that you can use on.
No, they finally let you put your own in there now, and it loops. Really? So this song will just it'll just loop on through.
I need that after we get off, Dre. You know, I gotta. In fairness to Coach, I got a consultation at 10:30. So I got 2 hours.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna be long. I just want to do this one real. Now, here's what I want to do as far as the voting, guys. As far as the voting is concerned, I want you guys to go to Rich's. You still have your poll up?
Oh, that's a Gail question. Gail did all that.
Okay,
I thought we were gonna do a new poll. We're not gonna do a new poll.
Because it would be moot for us to have 2 polls. I mean, we already know from the poll standing point that you guys are ahead. So we already know that. I'm not gonna just throw that out there. So if Gail could if she comes back around, because like I said, she was here earlier, she'll be able to let us know if the poll is still up, so guys can vote. Who haven't had a chance to vote.
Chalk said, put the poll up here. Dre, the reason why I'm saying that, I'm not being funny, but the reason why I'm saying that is because I want you to have a clean shot at your thing. Because I don't want to hear no shit. Because, you know, Mr. Conspiracy Man will be up here talking about the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker. We know how Flyboy Way is. I want to make sure, because y'all got a cold little 1-2 punch. Y'all tried to 1-2 punch me yesterday. Y'all got to watch this other stream. They jumped on me at the end. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm giving Dre the work. Flyboy Way want to get the work. Now, Dre, you got to be honest.
Hey, you giving somebody the work, man. You ain't giving nobody nothing, man.
You got this work, Coach. Hey, Coach, you the best at conversation. I don't mess with that. When I'm confident in something, I go all the way in. Coach, you cannot win this.
Chantel in the building.
Look with the accent. Hey. Now you might win if you get Chantel Simone to come up here and talk for you.
You know what? Hey, you know what? I might put that link out there.
Chantel, you know me. I love accents. Like, I don't care if it's a Jamaican accent, a Colombian accent, a Thai accent. I love accents. So Chantel Simone can talk on anybody's platform. Y'all better subscribe to her.
Yeah, I'll put that link in there for Chantel. Put that out there.
Chantel, man. Chantel, yeah, she tries to rep us and do stuff, and then people we look at her, man. And it's like, I ain't never seen Chantel Simone disrespect nobody. I personally, I haven't. I'm not saying I don't see every stream, but she's always there. She's always welcome on my platform.
Let me tell you what I like about Chantel. It's not even when she's talking to the guys. She is so for somebody's. She's so level-headed when she's talking to women that disagree. Where most people would get emotional.
Yeah. Not emotional. Yeah.
Listen, and she'll pick and choose what she wants to respond to. And I've seen her do it several times. And I'm like, if it was more people out there like that, not using their emotions, but using rationality. And that's one of the things that I like about Chantel. Not when she's just conversing with the guys. That's the easy part. But it's the fact that we got my man Chocolate Man in the building. It's the fact that she always.
Before I address Chocolate Man, I got to finish with Chantel. I'm going to tell you guys something real quick. This is a hot tip you guys don't know about Chantel Simone. Chantel Simone, her birthday is in July.
What?
That's when the 100,000 subscriber party is. Chantel, you better have your fine boy out here. Chantel says she coming. So if y'all want to meet Chantel, you don't have to meet me. You want to meet Chantel Simone's fine ass. Y'all better come on and come to this 100,000 subscriber party. Coach, I even made room for Coach. Coach said he got something at the beginning of July. The subscriber party is at the end of July. So y'all need to come on, man. We're going to have so much fun together, man. And it's not my win, it's all of our win, because whoever don't have it, just like Dre, when Dre and Ace and all of them and Check and Effect and all them dudes like encouraged me to get there. You know what I mean? Dre had his, Check had his, Ace had his, people I talked to, and that's what I want to do, man. It ain't fun. Like me personally, like I smoke the green. That keeps me very creative when I'm editing my video.
We already know what I be on.
right, exactly. But it's not worse. Like I hate brothers that like will go in the bath. There'll be a couple brothers that might want to smoke, and they'll go in the bathroom and smoke by themselves, and they come outside. They the only ones lifted, and everybody else looking around. Like I can't do that. I can't enjoy success by myself. It wasn't a one person thing. It was y'all in the comment section. It was subscribers. It was friends. It was people like Dre that helped get me right. So this is for everybody. So I want everybody to be there. We know Chocolate Man's gonna be there. So with that being said, I just had to give that shout out to Chantel Simone and her accent. But Dre, please send her a link if she want to talk with her accent.
Oh yeah. I want to send that link on. Probably if you want to come on.
What up, Chuck?
What's good? What's good?
You see, y'all see what I'm repping.
That's bad right there.
Oh, that's the Chocolate Man.
That Chocolate Man in Thailand. Make sure y'all got that. You did. You see it.
Okay, a couple of admin notes for you. Dre, can you turn your background music down? I mean, just a little bit.
All right,
just a little hair. It's a little bit loud. Not crazy loud, just a little bit.
Okay. Good. Thank you for letting me know, because this is the first time I've actually used it live.
Yeah, it sounds nice. It's just a little bit. It seems a little bit over the top.
So now I put it on. I put it on 10. Is that better?
That's perfect. It sounds. I can just hear it, and now just kind of add a little atmosphere. Okay. It's not over.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what number to put it on, so now I know. Okay, thanks, guys.
No worries. And read that. Hey, you need to read that whole Cash App. Okay, listen, man. There's notes on the Cash App. Read the Cash App.
Chuck is ready.
The one for which one? The one from Rich?
Nah, one from me.
He don't know.
Wait a minute, Chuck. Let me see.
I sent you some money. Chuck ain't never sent me no money. Chuck makes me buy it.
He go get it. Chuck don't never.
Chuck be counting my money. I'm like, Chuck, how much we make yesterday? I'm like, damn, for real. Chuck know better than me.
Let me go. Oh, okay. Okay, here we go. He said for buying another wine to drop that ale in today. So I'm drowning my ears. I'm sorry. You doing it like that? Oh my God, man. Y'all too much, man. I appreciate y'all, brothers. I just got a text from
and Dre, tell Coach, you know me, I don't say nothing to nobody.
Oh, I see Fresh back here.
Bring his ass up. But before you bring him up, I don't say nothing to nobody. I wouldn't say to their face. Dre was supposed to do the ACA awards and do the part for that we did, and Chalk picked up the baton and ran with it. And what did you say about Chalk in his performance, Dre?
It was excellent, man. I really liked it. I really like Chop performance. It wasn't Andre caliber, but you know, I would have put a.
You know he's gonna.
I would have sat back and I'd have gave a little. You know, I had him thinking like who could he be speaking of? Pray tell. I had a little mystery off in there, and then I was like, damn.
We got to here we go.
Oh shit!
The slippery one.
My brothers. It's your boy at $40 It's fresh at the Flyboy Way, all platforms. Tonight we're going to get into this Colombia versus Thailand. But we going to go into this one.
Give him a solo, Drake. You got to get a solo for this.
Oh, look at this man a solo.
Give him a solo. He got Flyboy. You got to do the intro, please. Please give me my intro.
I need my drums to be for a minute. Hold on a second.
Okay.
It's your boy FRE $H fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why. Just check out the channel.
Hey,
that's what's up. That's what I'm talking about. You on smooth mode tonight. You got his Mod's on tonight. Wow. We got his Wild West Mod's on tonight. And he got his X Clan on tonight, representing Black History Month.
Hey.
Love me some X Clan. I ain't even lie.
Oh, he on that edge. He calm tonight.
You know what I'm saying? He must ain't got no guests, or the guests have already arrived in the background. We just can't see him.
Still ain't done his laundry though.
Oh. Y'all gonna leave Flyboy away,
man. Look at him.
Yeah, he ready. He should have put on a fish outfit because the way he be slipping in and out of questions and pulling people into the weeds. But you ain't gonna get away with that.
Okay.
Boy, we gonna get him.
Let's get started. We 50 minutes in, guys. We about to get started with the categories that we didn't get a chance to hit yesterday. We got 6 categories. Chocolate Man is in charge. Just like when we're playing spades, somebody got to keep score. So Chocolate Man is the scorekeeper, and we appreciate him. Love you, brother.
Let's go.
All right, who you going with, people?
The people. That's
people.
A great category to start with. That is a great category to start with. The people. Dre, I'll go first. This is where we need y'all to tap in because Dre's never been to Thailand. I've never been to Colombia. So I'm sure I'm going to say the people of Thailand are just amazing. They call this place the land of smiles. Dre's going to talk about the stats, about the people. He got friendly number 2, Thailand's number 4. I know he's going to bring that up. That's a toss-up for me. I really can't say because I've never been there. Y'all that's been to both places, tap in. Me and Chot never been to Colombia. Flyboy and Dre never been to Thailand. So how will we quantify that? Uh-oh, you see Gail at night? Go ahead, Gail. Shout out to Gail. What you say, Flyboy?
When it's my turn, I'm sure how we quantify that.
Go ahead, Flyboy. If you know, because you never been.
I said when it's my turn, I'm gonna show you how we're gonna quantify.
Okay.
I'll put it like this. I'll start off like this. Even though they do say we do have the list, let me pull that up real quick for everybody. The list is the top. Let me move Miss Gail out of the way for a second. The top friendliest countries in the world. We're talking about the countries where people, when you walk through the door, these people are the nicest. And we talked about this last night. French Polynesia. This is the friendliest, number 1 country in the world as far as the friendliest people. 2023 survey. Número 2, Colombia. Colombian people are far more friendly than people on the outside of Colombia actually realize. They are very emotionally intelligent, tied into family dynamics. They are very into showcasing their country. They love when somebody is either dating a Colombiana or actually married to a Colombiana. They love showcasing their people. Number 3, we have New Zealand. Okay, Lord of the Rings, shout out to you. We got Thailand, number 4. And the reason why I'm going to give this one a toss-up in regards to this, because Thailand and Colombia are so close. It's good to see that no matter where you go to, the people got your back. Now, for my argument, as far as I don't know how the men are in Thailand. Let me go back to us right here. I don't know how the guys are in Thailand. I'm gonna go with the guys. But in Colombia, the people that will hook you up the fastest with some of the most beautiful women are the men. The guys are so friendly. Once they get cool with you, man, listen, you gonna meet the cousin, the mama, you gonna get a chance to smash the auntie, the dude that own the bar gonna come down and say, hey, come on through, dog. I'm gonna introduce you to some brand newy. You could go no matter what community, it's gonna always be some dudes that got your back. Now you're gonna have some dudes that gonna try to get you, no matter where you go. But for the most part, you're gonna have some Colombian dudes that watch your back and got your back and will introduce you to their country. More than you just wandering around with the book in your hand like you're a tourist. That's the one thing I can say about Colombian men. Once they cool with you, man, they will throw women your way so fast, so much.
All right, I heard enough. With that statement alone, he probably gonna win this category. I'm just saying, I'm gonna let Flyboy eat too, but I can't say they do that in Thailand. Chuck, you can't say they do that in Thailand. I would have to get that to him off top. I ain't never seen Thailand. Now, if it's a cab driver or somebody but Dre is right. They're literally like, date my cousin, date my sister, marry my whatever. Like, and I've heard of that. I've heard that before. Chuck, I don't even know, Flyboy way. If that's where you're going with this, it's a wrap, Chuck. Chuck, I'm gonna tap out on this one. But if you want to say something, Chuck, let Flyboy say something. But I'm personally giving that to after that. What can I say?
You got those pictures I sent you, Trey?
You will give it to him. We'll give it to him.
What did you say?
You got the pictures I sent you? Can you post
them
up?
Oh no! I didn't get a chance to. I'm looking at them right now.
It's all good.
While he's looking at him, let's let Flyboy eat. Flyboy, I agree with him 100%. Fly, I'm giving y'all this category. Do you want to stomp on it? You want to stomp on the flag?
I want to stomp on it a little bit more. Hey, Jay, you put me on the big screen real quick. I'll put it on my screen.
Give him a solo. Give this man a solo.
Here we go, Fly.
Let's start with this. How about this? So when you guys say you want to know how the Thai people are, Bangkok, Thailand, all her life. So I know how the Thai people are. Then when you talk about people, it's a difference when people can introduce you to something about yourself that you could not learn where you're from. The Colombian people taught me more about Africa than I ever learned in the history books. The Colombian people taught me so much about culture that I never thought was done. They told me the history of their culture, and then I was able to see how it combined with the Black culture in America. That connection is something I can't get in Thailand. I can't get that connection of who I am deep inside in Thailand. My man, my brother. You see, it's more than just the women. Yes, the women do. The guys hook you up with the women because they want to see their women prosper. They want to see their women prosper. And they know, coming from the States, we are from a prosperous place where we can uplift their women, which will uplift their culture. But when they can also add to you some type of culture that's been hidden for you for years, I can't imagine Thailand doing anything similar.
All right.
So I gotta be the people.
I gotta get him, Dre. I gotta get him.
Hold up.
I gotta
Go
get
ahead,
him.
Rich. Get him.
I gotta get him. Dre, take him off solo. I gotta get him. See, he's doing it again. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, y'all pay attention to the Flyboy Way's moves. Pay attention to his moves. Pay attention to how he slides out of shit. We're talking about categories. He's talking about African culture. Don't get me wrong. I want to learn my African culture too. But this man's never even been to Africa. And he's talking about African culture. Like, this is part of the conversation. What he does is he takes you out into a whole nother conversation. Got nothing to do with what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube jury, this man did the same thing yesterday. Keep your eye on him. He does not stay on topic. He always takes it outside the culture. He showed us a picture of a woman that's lived in Thailand, but it wasn't him. He ain't never been here. I went with Coach. I'm telling you, I gave Coach the category hands down. I said, by you saying that, I've never had that happen in Thailand. Chocolate Man deferred. We both agreed, okay, you got that. This brother took us into African culture. Now, when we both go to Africa,
African culture is in Colombia, right? You do know that, right?
I understand that, but it's not Africa. Let's take it to the DR. I could go to the DR. You go to Dominican Republic, you'll see people darker than Dre.
When you're talking complexion, my brother, I'm talking culture.
That's what I'm saying. But
you will see Colombia.
But that's not one of the topics.
But the people
we're talking about the people.
The people are culture.
But their culture is Colombian culture, it's not African culture. They got African roots.
Actually, Rich, I kid you not. Like you said, you haven't been here. I promise you. That's one thing I promise you.
I defer.
Colombia, they are African and they hold on. Like I said, most Afro-Colombians, their last names are still from literally from Africa.
Right.
And dude, it's so everything here, for the most part, not everything, but a huge chunk of it is Africa. It is so crazy. You don't expect. Let's put it like this: you don't expect it. You're thinking like you know Colombia or you know South America, and remember, Rich, we're talking for the audience as well because we're doing like
right.
And so when you come to Colombia, you're not expecting to have this. You're expecting we're just talking about the people to introduce you the stereotypical Colombian experience that you thought that you would have. And you do get that from the people. But then, like Flatboy Way says, they introduce you to a whole new dynamic of, hey, you think you know Africa, or you think you know the transatlantic trade that took place. You don't know nothing. And then you come here and you find out that only 9% of all ships made it to the United States. I didn't know that in the States. The other part that you don't know in the United States, Afro-Colombians. United States don't tell us. I was just telling a female friend of mine the other day, I said, do you know that they don't know that y'all exist? I didn't know that. And all my friends in Florida were Colombians and never talked about the Afro-Colombian population. So when he says that a part of, that's why I can relate to this. So a part of the friendliness of Colombian people is they don't shut down one part of who they are or hide it from you. You get a chance to experience so many dynamics of the Colombian experience. The indigenous, they will invite you to the Amazon jungle, and you'll actually be able to, it's not just National Geographic can go out there. You can actually go out there and experience the Zen moments like many people want to experience when they're in Thailand, you know, that freshness of their inner being. Same thing you can experience here in Colombia. So when we say that the Colombian people really are very friendly and very open in every aspect, they really, I think that's why when you burn them, they get hot. They're mad. Just like with Thailand. If you burn or try to hurt, from what I'm hearing you guys say, if you try to hurt or harm or disappoint in a major way, the people in Thailand, everybody's coming together. Yeah. Same thing here in Colombia, because they give so much love and so much care to you. And if you burn it, that's your tale.
Yeah. That's an excellent point. I don't argue that at all. And I am being educated in Flyboy. You're right. I defer to you. You're right. You made an excellent point. Even though that wasn't the topic was the people, and you're tying that all in together. So I defer to Flyboy and Coach. You guys are right. You guys got the category, because I definitely want to know more about my African history. I did the African DNA thing, the real one, the African one. So I know my roots are in Gabon. So I gotta start from Gabon and work my way out. But you guys are right. So that category is done. Like Chocolate said, it's a foregone conclusion. You guys win the people. But
Hello, hold on here. Now, hold a second. Hold up a second. I get it. African culture, all that is amazing. That you guys can get so divested in that there. You can get all that wonderful, beautiful knowledge. That is amazing. But we're talking about the people here, right? So let's talk about what's current with the people. I'm sure they treat you wonderful there. I'm sure they like to give you the history. That's great. That is amazing here. But Thailand people and people in Southeast Asia in general are some of the nicest people you are ever going to meet in your life.
We agree.
Okay.
We agree.
So, I mean, I guess Richie wants to give this topic up quick, but we got to talk about that part about it. We can't just resign to say that, yes, you guys win automatically in the people category. That's fine. Richie wants to give it to you, but I'm at least going to say that piece for Southeast Asian people. When you walking down the street and you hungry, they're going to feed you all day long. You know, if you don't have a place to lay your head, they're going to put you in a bed. Okay. They're going to take care of you here. You know, they see you walking down the street, you don't know where to go. They're going to try and help you out, whether they speak the language or not. They're going to try and help you out. So I at least got to get that word in there for Southeast Asia. And that's Southeast Asia in general. That's not just Thailand. That's Southeast Asia in general. People will try to help you.
Both countries definitely feed your belly. But Colombia feeds your mind as a black man.
Okay.
And going back to, because I know we want to go to the next topic, but going back to what Rich conceded to was the fact that the men will open up the doors to the ladies. I kid you not. I hear people, especially women on YouTube, that complain about the passport bros. And when you get to Colombia, those men that go let you take their women. I'm sitting back thinking like, you just don't know. These are hookup artists.
I get you. But again, I'm not going to concede that. Okay, auntie and grandma and mama and whatever will push you on their daughters and their granddaughters and all that. That happens all the time. That happens all the time here. I have several friends that never would have met their ladies unless, you know, their sister's cousin or whatever said, "Hey, you need to meet this girl." You know,
I agree, Chuck. I agree, but that wasn't his point. I got to side with Dre on this.
What's his point then?
You doing a flyboy move. He said the men. We're not saying the women. He said, in Thailand, I have not seen the men.
Why does that matter? Why does that matter, though? That's what I'm saying.
I'll tell you why it matters. I'll tell you why it matters. Because if we were in America and people were coming to black neighborhoods, taking the women, the men would not have it. The men would be robbing them, jacking them, doing all kind of stuff.
But Richie, are you saying the men are aggressive towards you here?
Not at all. No, but that's not what Dre said.
So let's put it in that context then. You know, the men may not help you, but they're not going to hinder you either. They're not going to be like getting you, hey, get away from my women. You know, they don't get territorial about it.
But we got to keep it a buck, though. We know, Chuck, because we live here, we know that Thai men are not allowed in the bars and clubs that we go to. Come on.
Again, that's bars and clubs, but I'm talking in general. I don't consider that really a demographic. Bars and clubs is not.
How can it not be?
I mean, need a girlfriend.
How can it not be when that's part of the life here? You know what I mean? Like, that's part of it. We can't ignore it.
That's not where you're going to be looking for a wife or a girlfriend or whatever. Right. You know what I'm saying? You might find them.
I agree with Chaco on that one. Even though I understand where you're coming from, Rich. I have to agree with Chaco on the fact of the grand, because we're talking about country. So since we're talking about countries, and we can't just sit back and say that in one area of one major city, which is the club scene. Yes, I agree with you. You're absolutely correct. But I agree with Chaco on the grand scheme of things. If you're not going to a club, because I'll give you a perfect example. Some of the friendliest people in like Chaco attests to, some of the friendliest people are some of the smaller towns. Those people will feed you, take care of you, make sure everything is good. You will not be right. You will not be out in the cold. One thing that I can say about Colombia that I can attest to, most people don't realize that most of the world does. Here's a little trivia: most of the world doesn't even have mailboxes. Only the United States and a few other countries still have mailboxes. Why? Because the people are so trustworthy that when you do get a piece of mail, dude, I've never missed that. Y'all sell them colognes back there. I haven't had one cologne stolen. In the United States, they steal in boxes every time you turn around. My point is that maybe even in Thailand, one of the reasons why, I don't know if they don't have mailboxes, but one of the reasons why they don't have them here in Colombia. They don't need them. They don't need them. When you get mail, you get email. If your bank reaches out to you, they're reaching out to you by way of the app. And if you're getting packages like I do, the neighbor down the street, my neighbor next door, the people down, we've been out of town and come back after a couple of weeks out of town, and our neighbor will say, "Hey, you got a package that came in. Here you go."
Hey,
but Coach, you got to keep it a buck, though. Coach, you got to keep it a buck, though. You're in Zone 5. Does that same thing?
No, that's all over the country. That's all. No, that's the same thing.
I just want to make sure that we keep the same thing that Chocolate Man just said. You can't find a girlfriend or a wife in the bar when we come to Nightlife, because we're going to destroy you when it comes to Nightlife if you can't find a girlfriend or a wife in the bar.
No, I didn't say you couldn't find it. I said that's not where you look for it.
That's what you said.
Right.
No, I said that's not where you look for it. Let's be specific. That's not what I said. I said that's not where you look for it. I didn't say you couldn't find it.
You said you can't find a wife.
No, that's not what I said. I said that's not where you look for it. Don't confuse the words. Don't confuse the words. I know where you're trying to go, fly boy. I know where you're trying to go. It's okay. It's okay. But that's not what I said.
Don't bite you on the Nightlife. Don't play it back.
But we're gonna get to Nightlife, and
Yeah,
you guys. That's, like
you want to
said,
give more people, right?
That's
it,
men
right?
do look
People
for women
for
at bars and nightclubs. Let's keep it a buck, though. We can't act like we're gonna tell this. Let's tell this.
Do they? Do they? I've been out there. They're looking for wives. No, looking for wives. It's like Chuck said. You can, but most dudes don't really go into the club thinking like, I'm gonna find me a wifey up in here.
Well, I'm gonna tell you,
they just gonna find somebody to smash.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, this is why I did this episode, because people always say, "Oh man, I can't find a wife in Thailand or a woman in Thailand." It's like, dude, if you go to the bars, you're gonna get what you're looking for. They go there looking, thinking they go, because there's some bad ones, and they got a nightclub out here called 808, and all of the thick Thai women that shape as close to Colombia as you're gonna get is at that club, and they all go there looking for the club. But the problem is, they done brought that matrix mentality there, so the girls act like. The girls there, a lot of them, not all of them, act like women in the Matrix. They know the game. Wow. They know niggas want to smash. They know this. They don't. So they go in for the attention. It's really, really close to the Matrix at this point.
Wait a minute, though. That's not close to the United States, though. So
well,
how's that happening?
Easy. People from the United States are coming there. That's like saying people. How do you get sick?
You said the closer you are to the United States, the more a place you get messed up.
Absolutely.
Thailand will never get messed up because it's so
I
far.
never said Thailand will never get messed up. Go back to the tape. I did say the closer you are, but I got proof. Tell me about the DR. How far is that from Florida?
Well, tell me about
you live in Miami. Huh?
Talk about 808 again. Explain 808 again.
808 is the closest that you're going to get to that, because the men from the Matrix come out here and pump their heads up and run the game, and they learn that. They listen to hip hop, they listen to our culture, and they take on all of those things that I personally want nothing to do with. I want a pure Thai woman that, even with Elle, like when she comes and be speaking that and she meets certain women that be trying to put that Matrix stuff on, but we ain't playing that game. I do that.
Yeah.
So we're heavily, our culture heavily influences the world, Fly. You know that.
No, I'm just saying, because you were making it seem like it only happens in Dominican Republic because it's close to the United States, but you just said it happens in 808, so that's a country.
I want y'all to pay attention, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube jury. Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, I got Dre and Coach here. They know I ain't saying nothing like that, but that's what he tried to do. You got to keep your eye on this dude.
What you say about 808? Say exactly what you said about 808 again.
I'm saying for the third time. Now pay attention, because I've said it. You notice he's making me say the same shit.
Because you keep saying
I said that men from the Matrix come to the places like 808, which is where you're going to see the same type of behavior, because they're influenced by our music, they're influenced by our culture, and they're used to the games that are being played. It's the same type of games.
So is there a difference between 808 and Dominican Republic? Is there a difference between 808 and Dominican Republic? I just want to know for the future.
Absolutely. It's a huge difference. The difference is, here's the difference. What you should play it back for? Let me answer. The difference is the Dominican Republic is flooded with matrix-minded people coming there, throwing money in the air, flossing on people. Flooded in Colombia. Not flooded in Brazil. That's a farther trip. But I stand by what I say, Flyboy. The farther you get away from the matrix, the harder it is going to put that matrix mentality on other cultures. But everyone is influenced by our culture. Am I right or wrong? Flyboy way?
Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right.
Okay,
that was the point I was saying, because you said it would never happen in Thailand, but it happened.
I never said that, Coach. Did I say it would never happen in Thailand?
Let's move on.
No, he actually said before you came on, Flyboy. He actually said that eventually it might happen because people
already starting to happen.
I wasn't here when you corrected yourself from last night, but I just remember last night.
Last night I said the same shit. I didn't correct shit. Did I correct myself, Dre, or did I say the same shit?
No, it didn't sound like it.
My story's always, you tell the truth, the story's always.
Next one.
All right, next one. So wait, before we go, even Chuck, that's another thing about Chuck. We don't agree on everything. Like I based on what Dre's argument was, Chuck, I gave it to him because he said the men, you said the women, right, Chuck? Is that fair? You said the women will do that. You said the men.
That's
okay,
fair, but
no, let me finish. Let me finish.
Because you can see, that's fine.
No. Let me finish. You said the women, he said the men. But by him saying the men, wait, let me get it out. By him saying the men, that means the men and women on his side versus the women you're saying on our side. So that's why I gave it to him because of that point. It got to be fair.
They're not going to get your way.
Let me be clear, and I agree with that, Chuck. Let me be clear. Well, in other words, I have a question, and this is you give me a consultation. In Thailand, are the women more prone to be the connection, or is it the men, or is it 50-50? Because here in Colombia, it could be anybody that could be the connection to. I kid you not, dude. As soon as I have been in places, I'm married. I've been in places just meeting a dude, and all of a sudden the dude be like, "I got 3 women for you, dude. I'm married. Yeah, okay, whatever, Dre. I got 3 for you." I kid you not, dude.
Is he asking for any monetary gain for that?
No, just dudes that I'm cool with. You might play dominoes with them. You might drink some aguardiente with them. You may sit back and you may be, you may go bowling. You may, a lot of people don't realize we do go bowling here. We do have golf courses out here. So my question is, and this is not towards the topic. It's just my Andre's personal question. Since we're talking about this, when you're in Thailand, if I was in Thailand, and let's say I'm a single guy, or let's say it's Flyboy, and he's there, who would be more prone to introduce him to the significant other? And I'm not talking about like relationship-wise, I'm just introducing to the ladies. Would it be the ladies that would be more prone, or is it like 50-50, or would it be more guys? And I'm just asking for me.
I'll let Coach have it. I mean, I'm sorry, I'll let Chuck have it.
Yeah, it's going to be female. I could see that point. It will more likely be the females that are going to push you on to other females, more than likely. You know, you're not really going to interface with Thai men usually like that. But there's other brothers out here that do spend a lot of time with Thai men, and they might get that experience. Me personally, in my personal experience, it's been more women who push you towards women. But that's just my personal experience. I can't speak for the whole country, but I know it happens.
That was the point.
Kind of common.
That was the point. That's why I'm conceding that point to him because, Chuck, you've never been, but I've been to Latin countries. It's a very loving people. Like usually, like more melanated countries are usually a lot more loving in a lot of cases. Maybe not all.
I've been to Costa Rica, Panama, Puerto Rico. I mean, I've been to Latin-speaking countries, Spain. I've been there. I get you. What you're saying. It's cool, but you can see that point. That's cool.
Okay, all right. So we giving y'all that point. Chuck gave it up. I'm giving it up. Y'all got the people. The next topic, you said?
I said, before you go to the next topic, can you read the super chat? Somebody mentioned it in the room.
That's exactly what I was about to do. I was about to say the same thing, Fly.
It must be something favorable to y'all. It must be, because I know if Flyboy ain't going to say nothing if it ain't favorable. What did it say?
No, I'm just going down in a second. Shout out to you brothers from KC to Texas.
Hey, the champion.
I'm talking about the Texas boys. All right, from Kansas City for real. He said, I got 5. Shout out to you guys for winning the Super Bowl, by the way. He said, I got 5 on it. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Rod. Also, we've got Lee in the building, coming down from the Shaolin Temple. Hey. He said, hey, brother, quick question. If you were 35, no kids, would you move to Chiang Mai? Let me make sure I pronounce your city correctly. Pattaya.
You say Pattaya. It doesn't matter. And I appreciate you always try to.
The reason why I want to say it correctly because you guys taught me that the way Americans say certain things are incorrect, and I see this now that I travel. I see Americans do that a lot when they're pronouncing cities or countries. So I'm trying to learn to do it the correct way, like you guys are showcasing.
It's the last syllable. That's how you remember it, Coach. Pattaya.
Pattaya. Okay, cool.
The last syllable is how you hit it. We say Pattaya. Chuck say Pattaya, but it's Pattaya.
Yeah. No, I do not say Pattaya.
No, you say Pattaya.
I say it right. Get out
say
anyway.
patio.
Moving on. Moving on.
Right. Go ahead.
I think he tired sometimes.
I am tired. I live with it. Ain't nobody else
For real, me too, bro.
me.
That last thing last night got me. Okay, he said this year I'm getting my first shit together. He said, "Oh, I'm getting my shit together. Love you guys. Love you too, brother." For the super chat, he has a question for all of us. He said, basically you guys. He said, "Which city would you choose?" He said, "You're 35. I don't have any shorties. Which one would you choose?"
I'm gonna let Chuck have that because Chuck been to Japan and I haven't. So Chuck,
yeah, I would say Patty. You're gonna have a lot better time. I think you have a lot more fun in Patty, and then you can find your way from there. That's why a lot of dudes should just come to a nice international city where there's a lot of expats. They're gonna feel comfortable at first, and then once they get sick of this area, then they can explore, just like you would in Colombia, anywhere, any country you haven't been to before. Go where there's a concentration of like-minded people, so you're comfortable, and then explore from beyond there. Unless you're already an adventurous person, then get right to the hood.
Yeah, that's a great answer. What I would expound on that by saying it's contingent on your budget because Japan is a lot more expensive than Thailand. Yeah. So if you can afford Japan, I heard Japan's great. I've only been at the airport, but I've never set foot in Japan on the soil. Another thing is when you say Chiang Mai and Pattaya, it's like saying Las Vegas and Wyoming. You know what I mean? It's like Chiang Mai is more of a chill, relax. If you want quiet, you want peace, you want to chill with your wife or your woman and just chill out and have a peaceful life, you do that. If you want to be in the turned up situation where you can do where everything is like Las Vegas, then you want to be Pattaya. At 35, I think Chuck is right. I would start in the Las Vegas, Pattaya area and then work your way out and see what you like. But depending on your budget, but that would be my answer. Go ahead,
all
Trey,
right. Shout out to my man Ken. Respect. I'm enjoying Thailand. So Ken's probably out there right now. People are friendly.
And he paid you with that euro. Is that euro or is that pound? Whatever it is, it's more than US dollar.
I think that's a pound.
That's a pound. Okay, take that pound.
Pound, $5 pound. Right here, we got Jay in the building. And he says that Flyboy is right. He said, I didn't know. I think this might be the one that Flyboy wants us to get to. He said, Flyboy is right. He said, I didn't know Haiti was responsible for helping the liberation of South America, I'm sorry. Or that is the first free town in the Americans was Palenque, like we were talking about last night, Palenque in Colombia. Actually, since we're going to be in that region, I'm really thinking about Andre and I doing the tour this weekend of Palenque. I haven't had a chance to do it yet, and it'd be
That'd be great content. Yeah.
It'd be such a notch, man, to go to Palenque. Shout out also to my man Matthew for the Cash App. He said for Colombia all the way. Much respect. Let's go. Shout out to my man Matthew. And it's just. That's another thing when you're here in Colombia and you find out, you hear about the liberation of Haiti itself. But when I got here and I'm seeing all these Haitian statues and streets named after Haitians, and then Ace was telling me, Ace is Haitian, and he's telling me that in Venezuela they've got statues and dedications and holidays. And I'm like, why? And part of my citizenship, me applying for my citizenship, I got to know the part of the history of Colombia. And the history began when the Colombians tried to fight against the Spaniards to get their freedom. They kept getting their butt whooped. And so Hades was only free for 11 years. And so what ended up happening is Bolivar, who was the general of the Colombian freedom fighters, went to Haiti, asked for military might, asked for direction on how the hell to do this, and came back. Came back to Colombia, got his ass whooped again. And he went back to Haiti. He said, what do I do wrong? He said, the Haitian leader said, you didn't take my generals. You took my directions. You took military as far as equipment. He said, but you didn't take my generals. I'm going to send you with generals and leaders that's going to show you how to do this. What ended up happening in Colombia, not only did Haiti fight to help Colombia get its freedom against Spaniards, these individuals who are not only the generals, but also soldiers from Haiti that came through, they actually established businesses all around Colombia, Venezuela, and even into Ecuador, because they were all connected at that time period. And so now you have all these major corporations that you just think that is major, that is regular Colombian that owns that. That's a Haitian name on that wall. That's a Haitian statue over there. That street is named after a Haitian general. And that's what you learn when you come here in Colombia. Colombia has over 85 different cultures within the region that's the size of, within this country that's the size of Texas and California combined. It's amazing, man, how much history that you learn without hitting the continent of Africa.
Right. That is dope. Yeah, I didn't know any of that, man. Educate, Dre, you should definitely do that for your channel, man, because you should educate us that, because I never heard of Palenque, and so that's awesome. That's great. Flyboy Way has done changed.
Flyboy went to Palenque.
Huh?
Flyboy went to Palenque. He was one of the best videos him and Kings and Dreams with Palenque.
And then Ace went.
Y'all make sure to subscribe to Flyboy Way. I got to catch up on the videos. Flyboy Way, how many videos do you have total?
1,000.
Damn.
100 something, I think.
Damn. I thought Chuck had like Chuck got 750. I was like, damn. Flyboy Way got over 1,000 videos, y'all.
Think about it. I've been doing this for 14 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to my man, the Mesh Monster in the building, who gave a $5 for the love of the game. That's what I like, for the love of the game. Oh man, we got my brother up here. Oh, this is who we need to have up here.
Oh.
My man Solo ORD.
Here's Daily in place.
Here's Daily in the building. Representing, he said South Kansas, Missouri in the building representing. He said, keep up the great work, Professor Andre, and Big Homie Richie Mack with the double C. I like that.
Hey.
He said, you guys are very knowledgeable and with receipts. And that's what this whole thing is about. And that's why I love having these guys, that all of us are consultation guys. All of us have behind the scenes information for you. And all of us are sharing information with you guys that's applicable. Everything that you see and us talk about in this back and forth, Colombia versus Thailand, you can literally apply. It's not us just talking about the ladies, but all the things that we're going to be discussing a little further. Let me get this last super chat in, and we go to the next category, Chuck. Shout out to the Mash Monster, and once again, he says that's why a lot of the countries show love with the Haitian colors in their flag. Actually, here we go again. Here's another bit of trivia. Did you know Haiti was the one that convinced Colombia to have 3 colors in their flags? Keep it simple. They were actually the ones that were like, listen, this is what you need to do with your flags. Now that you're free, keep it simple. 3 colors.
Now, what is the I don't know the Haitian flag. I know the Colombian flag. I don't know the Haitian flag.
Haitian flag is blue, red, white. The words are in white. It's dominant blue, but then it has red as well.
Okay, let me see that. Okay, what's the next topic? So they got that one. They got that little. They got that one.
Language.
Man.
Yeah.
They got us on that one.
They got that one.
They got us.
We don't even need to go there. We don't even know. Let's give an educational thing though. Like it's like when the Colombiana came up yesterday with Armani. Shout out to Armani and the Colombiana. Joe, if you want me to send them the link, if they want to come up, they can.
Definitely do, man. Definitely send them the link.
He said something very critical in my video about on the boat party. He said, if you don't know the language, you are not going to get what you're supposed to get in Colombia. That was very, very truth-telling. I was so proud of Flyboy Way. He came on and said, hola, ¿cómo estás? And then donde? I can understand what he's saying because I understand Spanish better than I can say it. But Flyboy, I'm so proud of him. He started flowing with the words and shit I say. But that makes all the difference in the world, man. Same thing with Brazil. Same thing with Brazil, because I've always had pretty women. I'm not the tallest guy in the world. I'm not the most handsome guy in the world. But I know if you can make a woman laugh, it breaks all that shit down. But my jokes don't work if I can't speak Colombian, if I can't speak Spanish, or I can't speak Portuguese. So it's like you guys, even in Thailand, you guys, when you learn the language or know the language, they give you more points for that because you're trying. Like you're really trying to do their thing. So shout out to Flyboy Way. Dre, I'm mad at Dre. Dre punk ass still ain't learned Spanish. He been talking about being a Colombian citizen. Live with a Colombian woman. But I know Spanish. L don't teach me Thai. Thai is super hard to do.
I was at the doctor's office today, and Andre was translating, and it was just a checkup on blood pressure, make sure my blood pressure's straight because my family has a history of high blood pressure. I'm great, but we just keep it on top of it, especially since it's inexpensive here in Colombia for quality service. So, and I'm sitting up there thinking like, see, Dre, if you'd have buckled down on your Spanish, you wouldn't even have to need Andre here. You'd be talking back and forth. And for me, for a person that in the States, I don't know how you guys were in the States. I did a lot of volunteer work in the States. NAACP, Big Brother, Big Sister, Boys and Girls Club, 100 Black Men. I was always involved in volunteering in the communities. I want to do that here in Colombia, but I don't want to hinder myself by not knowing Spanish. So that is one of the things that's going to open up doors for me, where others, it may be the network to get to know, when you come down here, you're having a good time. But the one thing that I can say about Colombia that I am seeing, the school system is starting to teach the young people. Everybody must learn English now. There's so many young from you may see them like 17, 18 years old, and these young people may be or 16, 15. They'll be walking down the street, everybody speaking English. And I'm starting to see it more and more. And Andrea's nieces and everybody, it's kind of funny. Kids come practice their English by talking to me. And so this next generation that's coming around, it'll be completely different Colombian experience than our generation. But as for us, we definitely need to learn Spanish, and it keeps the mind stimulated while we're learning languages too.
Yep. Agree. So, Chuck, you got anything on that, Flyboy? Because they already conceded. We can move to the next topic if y'all ain't got nothing.
Yeah, I even warn people, like, if you don't know the language, there are certain spots you shouldn't go because you won't be able to not only move around, you won't be able to. That's a part of safety. You know what I mean, that's the reason why the safety was easier to give to Thailand, because if you don't know the language, it's going to be hard for you to be safe, because how you be safe if you don't know how to call for help or something like that.
Facts.
Really?
Fact. What's the next topic, Chuck?
Healthcare.
Ooh, y'all don't.
This one's gonna be rough.
Chuck the man says this is a foregone conclusion. You don't even want to go there with the healthcare. Flyboy Way, you got something to say? Speak your mind, or let's just move on, because y'all ain't gonna get that one. You ain't gonna get that.
I tried to look up healthcare on the list of top countries. I didn't see Thailand or Colombia in the top 20, but I do. Wait a minute, guys. I do know Thailand's healthcare is a lot better than, I won't say even a lot, but I could say that it's better than the Colombians. However, so this one we're going to give you guys, but unless Fly has something to say. But as far as what I see, there are so many people that come down here on medical vacations here to Colombia. Yeah, a lot of people. And I'm not just talking about women coming for the plastic surgery or just veneers. I've met cancer patients that came down here to get the same, if not better, quality of doctors. Because remember, a lot of people don't know, a lot of Colombian doctors come from Cuba. We know Cuba raised some of the best doctors in the world.
Just about to say that, yeah.
So a lot of Colombian doctors, a lot of Cubans, instead of they can't make it to the States, they're like, cool, I'll go to Colombia. And so what they end up doing, they come to Colombia and they end up doing their practice. And it is amazing how many cancer patients I've met from the States. One guy I met drinking coffee. I said, "What you doing down here?" He said, "Man, I came down here for cancer surgery." He said, "In the States, my copay was $12,000." I said, "Well, how much you pay when you got here for the same surgery?" He said, "I had better quality down here." He said, "In the States, they just do my surgery and basically kind of kick me out to heal back at home." He said, "Colombia took care of me and everything." He said, "Man, I paid $1,200 cash for the same surgery. I would have paid $12,000 in Colombia. I would pay it in the States." And so go ahead, Fly.
Here's why I'm going to get him, Dre. All ready?
Yeah.
You know why this is a tie?
It's absolutely not. But
Thailand is rated number
13.
or on the world, on the world scale. Listen, Thailand is above Colombia, right? When it comes to quality of care. But when it comes to price, Colombia got Thailand beat.
Okay. That's why
it's a tie. Because when it comes to price,
it's not even close to a tie. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why it's not close to a tie. Why it's not even close. Because whatever you get in your stats from, Thailand is number 13, America's number 27.
That's when it comes to the care, but we talk about the price. If I got to get dental work, right? If I go to Thailand, it's going to cost me like $3,000 some change. If I go to Colombia, it's going to cost me what, $1,000. It's the same care.
Now we once again, you guys look. I want, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, pay attention to Flyboy Way.
No. He's making a great.
He's not. I'll tell you why he's not. I'll tell you why he's not, Coach. I'll tell you why he's not. Because you have to understand. Yes, you can get certain things. You can get in Germany. They drive Mercedes as taxis. You can get them cheaper in Germany than you can somewhere else. Are we talking about the price, or are we talking about the overall healthcare? Because, like Dre said earlier, people from America come to Colombia. People from America come to Colombia. But people from Saudi Arabia come to Thailand and get their stuff done. And them are some of the richest people in the world. So I'm telling you guys, it's not even close when it comes, because what I can do, not only can I tell you, can you mute Flyboy Way? Because I'm in a minute.
That's what I'm about to do.
If you look at my point, I have a thing where I go to a place called Bumrungrad Hospital. Look up Bumrungrad, Bumrungrad Hospital. Look that up and look at whatever the best hospital is in Colombia, and you will see it's not even close. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they don't have, because I know Dre told me people come there for surgery. I thought it Dre was just for the top and bottom surgery. I didn't know. And dental, they said it was good too. Because Big Baz, shout out to Baz. I don't know if he's out there or not.
Cost is not better.
But are we? But is that what we basing this on though? Are we basing it on cost? Are we basing it on the actual?
If you need heart surgery and you only have $1,000, can you go to Thailand and get that? If you
I'll tell you one thing, I got.
You want a BBL and you only got $500, can you go to Thailand and get that?
Okay, show us where you get $1,000 heart surgery anywhere in the world. Show us where you get that. You get $1,000 heart surgery in Colombia? Really?
Dre, are you saying you can get $1,000 heart surgery in Colombia?
I don't know. I don't want to sit back and.
All right. Okay.
I'm looking at another stat page, just a random stat page, and Colombia and Thailand are within a couple of percent of each other as far as costs.
Okay, but
I can agree with that, because of the grand scheme of things, we've been noticing that pattern in every area that we've been looking at. So because
like Dre said earlier, it's like, dude, the best. If you want to talk about the best for the cost, you're gonna go to Cuba all day. Cuba got some of the cost-efficient, best shit you can in the world. They still driving in 1957 cars. Go check out Dre's videos when he's driving in these beautiful ass cars. Yeah, we're gonna talk about car. Classic.
That's the part that give me. All those classic cars are nothing but everyday Ubers and taxis.
It's like going back in time.
It really is, bro.
Prices are like going back in time. So it's the same.
Let me ask you guys this. And this is, once again, we're doing this free consultation for you guys. Chocolate Man and Rich, how is the medical insurance there? For example, I'll give you an example. Andre and I pay about $110 a month combined. If we have 10 kids, it still stays at $110 a month. We have the top-notch insurance, and that insurance also, and I've never seen this before in the States, it also comes with a quality of life insurance. So you have life insurance and a medical insurance plan together.
I'm gonna let Chuck take that, but that sounds like a slam dunk for Colombia.
Yeah, as far as insurance goes, I think it's a better sort of healthcare is generally free for Thai citizens for most procedures. You know, some more complicated, like long-term care, that type of thing costs more. But generally, there are free hospitals, city hospitals, that type of thing. No insurance really required. Insurance for Thai people is very affordable. For U.S. citizens or just expats in general, I'd say for $2,000 a year, you can get extremely premium health care or extremely premium health insurance. And for about $500 a year, you could get satisfactory health insurance. Like you know, you break your leg or something like that, you come down with some kind of illness or something, you're going to be taken care of with very limited out-of-pocket expenses. So I don't know, insurance. Again, I don't know anything about insurance in Colombia, but insurance in Thailand is very affordable.
Nah, but he said some shit about what'd you say about life? Something about
you get the package that we have is part life insurance. And I never heard of it before. It's part life insurance and part medical insurance. Now mind you, like Chuck was saying, we have the top notch ones for that $100 a month. That's the other thing. We got the best of the best. The SOAR. Anybody knows about SOAR in Colombia? They like, yeah, that is the top insurance. What do I kid you not? When I walk into the doctor, anytime I go to the doctor's office, I might be there 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Ain't no waiting 3 or 4 hours. As soon as they find out, okay, let's get him to the front. Come on, Mr. Spence, come on up here. and that comes along like if anything happens to me, like now, bam, I'm covered in regards just to the life insurance part, even though I do have other policies, but I've never heard of that before, that you can actually purchase life insurance and a health insurance plan together. And it's only costing. And the other thing is the fact that the price doesn't go up no matter how many years go by and how many kids you have, it stays the same.
Yeah, we can't beat that though. Yeah, insurance here will increase as you get older. So yeah, we can't beat that.
So technically, Flyboy Right could be right as a tie if we had insurance included in that. But healthcare with Thailand is like way better. I don't know about price, but that extra thing Dre said, I don't know if you want to make that a tie, Dre. You want to make that a tie, or you want to?
I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna say something. And now that I think about it, you guys might have quality and the best looking hospitals and things like that. I give you that without a doubt. I'm not even denying it. And somebody just put that Colombia is number 22. I knew Colombian medical system was better than the United States. I didn't know that.
Pioneer, what's Thailand? Type in Thailand, what that is. You can.
And I knew Thailand was better than the States. I mean, better than the States and Colombia.
Everything's better than the States. You know what I mean? Yeah, especially when it comes to price. Because you guys got to understand, in the States, you guys don't understand. Like, I don't even think it's really the hospitals. It's the insurance that's killing everybody. The insurance is what's giving for everything. It should not cost $10,000 to go get a checkup. You know what I mean? And you got to have a copay on that, man. I went and got
Thailand 13.
Thailand 13. That's what I'm saying. That's what I do. But still, both is better than America. You know what I mean? So that's what it. We win that category. Okay. Well, yeah.
Let's go back. Let's go back. First of all, shout out to M.
What up, L Buggy in the house?
She hiding there. Why you hiding there? Oh, because she can get dressed. Chaka, we walking after this?
Now that we broke it down into segments. First of all, we got 145 people in the chat. Make sure we got at least 140 likes. I like you. We like you. Make sure you like button. Click that like button. Now here's the catch, Chuck. When it comes to the healthcare, you guys might have a better quality of service, not taking anything away from us. Actually, because Medellin has the top 7, just Medellin alone itself has the top 7 hospitals in all of South America. Just this one city. So it's not taken away from quality, but I'm not saying that we can compete with you guys on the quality. But if we look at the whole health, as far as healthcare, we can't take out the insurance and we can't take out the cost. And I'll tell you why I say that, because we're talking to a mainly American audience. And so we're not talking about the guys coming from the Middle East who can afford to go to these great hospitals that you guys have. And we're not talking about people that may be flying all over. We're just talking about regular Americans. When it comes to healthcare, they can get quality healthcare here. They can get quality insurance here without breaking the bank. They don't have to fly all the way to Thailand to get that quality service as well. Now in Thailand, will they get better service? Yes. But in Colombia, will they still get quality service? Remember, I said I personally know cancer survivors that have come here for cancer surgery. And so
Pioneer, excuse me, Coach. Pioneer, just tell us what Taquan, tell us what America is in the number. I think Dre has a good point. I'm willing to make that a tie. I think it's fair because you got to remember, Thailand is the closer trip because ain't nobody flying all the way to Thailand for medical thing when you could go to Cuba or Colombia. So I'll give them a tie on that. I'll take that as a tie. Chuck, you can see that to be in a tie?
Yeah, because I mean, the issue is here. There's no malpractice insurance in either country, more than likely, which drives costs down dramatically. It seems like there's quality care there in Colombia. There's big hospitals, there's private hospitals, that type of thing. You got insurance coverage, so I mean, honestly, it's pretty much same across the board.
Okay, so Flyboy was right. I tell him when he's right. We get out of time.
Let me ask you this also: does insurance for the average Thai person include the doctors coming to your house? It does here in Colombia. We've had house calls.
They still do house calls in Colombia?
Yeah. We get house calls.
Interesting.
Last time I went to Cartagena, for example, last year, got a stomach virus. Doc came right on through, gave me a shot in the butt in the bedroom. I was good, but by the time I woke up the next morning, we get house calls.
Here in Thailand, there's literally clinics on like every other street.
No. Don't get me wrong. There's clinics all around here too, but it's cool to have the convenience of
right
house calls.
That's true.
That's unique. The other thing that they hear
number 18, U.S. Dre, is that true? Pioneer, you talking about U.S. number 18?
You said U.S. number.
Yeah. What's the source though? Give us the source with those numbers.
Yes.
He was right with the Thailand at 13. So I trust this. Was that somebody? No, that was somebody else that said 13. I don't know that. I don't know if I can agree that that U.S. is better than Colombia with healthcare, because I know America's at least in the 20s.
I doubt that.
I saw 26, 27. So we need to. Can somebody verify that? We need to. You guys put the name by the number, so we know.
The nurses do house calls. Shout out to Grizzle.
Grizzle always got no Grizzle. Fucking hilarious. Makes me laugh all day long. All right, you guys. I don't want to run out on you guys, man. I want to know. You know why I asked? Yes, on house calls.
Well, she said they do house calls for Thai citizens.
Oh, what about Americans? You know why I asked? We don't know. That's why we asking. What about Americans?
I've never seen that, but yeah, that's cool to know.
I haven't seen that
teaching
either.
us.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Glad we got her out here in the building. You know why I asked? Shout out to you. Know why I asked? You know why I asked? Can you give us the stats on Thailand, Colombia, and America for what they're ranked, and the poll you got it from, so we can Gail can drop it in the link so we can confirm, because we got different polls that say different things. But I've heard personally that Thailand number 13, and I know America's like number 20. It's either 27 or 33. I don't remember. But when Dre factored in, Dre shifted to another gear with that health insurance and the personal calls. He shifted to a whole nother gear. I'm damn near leaning towards Dre, because when the
other thing that happens in Colombia too, also a lot. Let's say you get a cold, and most of the time you're going to go to the clinic. Here in Colombia, you get a cold, you get the flu, you get this. You know, you got bit by a bug and you got an infection or something, or a breakout. You go to the pharmacy. The pharmacy will give you a shot of penicillin. The pharmacy will make sure that you got all the meds. And I'm talking about no prescription.
Right.
No prescription at all. And now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of stuff, like, for example, my high blood pressure pills. That's prescription.
Yep.
That's prescription, of course.
I got the same shit.
But as far as like I said, if you get a cold, I'll give you a perfect example. There was a brother down here. He ate something, didn't agree with his stomach. I went and picked him up. I said, "Why you didn't call me early?" He said, "Man, I didn't want to bother you, bro." And so I went and picked him up. I didn't take him to the emergency room. I took him straight to the pharmacy. Pharmacy said, "Come in the back room." Bam! He said, "Dre, I don't know what they put in their medication down here." He said, "But bro, I feel like a superhero." He said, "Man, I feel so good, man." He said, "I don't know what they put in the meds down here." He said, and it wasn't a prescription or nothing. The doctor the pharmacist asked him what was going on, knew his symptoms, and said, "I know exactly what you need." Gave him that shot, bada bing, bada boom. He didn't have to go to the doctor's office. He didn't have to go to a clinic. He didn't have to go to the emergency room. He didn't have to wait in line for 4 or 5 hours. None of that. And that's commonplace here in Colombia, to go to the pharmacy before you go to the emergency room.
Right. The fix is in the matrix, though. I mean, medical care should never cost that much.
Preach, brother.
What they're basically saying is, if you're poor, you're not important. So if you can't afford this, we're not gonna call it racism. We're just gonna say You got to be able to pay this because a lot of people like Dre and I have heart condition. I take blood pressure meds as well. It's like that stuff. It's expensive, but what happens when you can't afford it? What do people do? They start skipping a day. They start doing things to try to help do their thing, which shortens their life. Like me, I skip days sometimes. And sometimes when I skip a day, I can feel my heart feeling a little tight. You know what I mean? These meds are very important, especially when your body becomes dependent on it. Mm-hmm. So
Tiger Tone said, he said, Andre, I just left Cali. He said, and I ordered some antibiotics through Rappi. Rappi is the delivery service. They just deliver. They even deliver money. So like, let's say Chalk is like about to go out on a lunch date. And he's like, man, I want to jump in the shower, but I need to go to the ATM. Rappi, all you got to do is just go to the app. They deliver up to $100. And by the time you get done with that shower, somebody's knocking on your door to give you $100. Wow.
That's gangster.
When it came to the antibiotics, it's they do the groceries, they do flour delivery, it's like Colombians delivery version of everything.
Amazon, so like Amazon?
No, it's not Amazon. They have their own version of Amazon, and Amazon is here, but they have it's almost like if Uber Eats was, and you could combine Uber Eats and Amazon.
Gotcha.
And Uber Eats would have all the grocery stores. So you can order, it's like 4 or 5 major grocery stores here. And so you just go on this app and say, I want to order from this grocery store. They got the healthiest breads. Let me get some eggs. Let me get some, oh yeah, I do need some money. Let me order $100 and let me get some, some more rum for Friday night drinking hand. 20 minutes later, all that's being delivered to the house.
Gangster. Love it.
And we're talking about the delivery fee is less than what you would pay at the ATM for that $100.
That's gangster. I can't. Yeah, that's gangster. See, stuff like that, I can't.
We can do all that other stuff. I don't know about money delivery, but we can do all that other stuff pretty easy. I never had anybody deliver us money.
I've done it a few times. It was a week ago, actually.
You hear what the Queen Gail at night said? Kind of like Instacart.
Yeah, kind of like, that's what I'm trying to think of in the States. Absolutely correct, Gail. Kind of like Instacart.
Yeah. I've been away so long, I don't know what Instacart is. Okay. So, Dre, I'll give you a tie or a slight edge on that, based on the extra stuff you pulled out of your hat. I'll let you call that one, Dre. Is that a tie or is that a slight edge to Colombia?
We do that as a tie. We do that one as a tie because, like I said, there are areas where you guys are far better than what we are, and then there are areas where we have. I think ours where we kind of like move forward a little bit is because there's so many categories of opportunities that I just discussed.
Right. Hey, Chuck. I mean, Coach, can you do me a favor? Can you solo cam Flyboy Way's room while I give the narration of that? Because you know what that looks like. What's that light? What's that light on the bed for? What are you over there doing? Is that how you got rich? What is he over there doing with that light directly on the bed? That looked like something from a what's that Colombian? There was a porn star in Colombia. What was the one I love? What was the name? Y'all, I know you know Dre because you my age. What was her name? Vanessa Del Rio. That looked like a Vanessa Del Rio.
Hey, you seen him play with the camera earlier, right? He's getting the camera set up. He got something going on later.
Set up, Miami.
It's facing right to the bed.
We don't have the OnlyFans up in the chat. You want to check out Flyboy Way OnlyFans?
Yeah.
He ain't telling us what's going on.
On all platforms. Hear that? On all platforms.
He said all platforms. He on all. You're right. He on all platforms.
All platforms. All right, Dre.
Reggie, this is your 40-minute warning, brother. You ready to move on?
Oh yeah. Okay. All right,
expat community. Expat community.
Community. What community? What is that?
Expat community.
Oh, expat community. Dre was barking on that. I'm gonna let Chalk have that. Chalk is international out here. He knows everything and everybody. I'm gonna let Chalk have that one. Coach.
Yeah, I mean, as far as expat community, we are a growing and wonderful community. Obviously, the expat community here is extremely diverse. You know, we do have regular meetings that happen. You know, as far as like Taco Tuesday, meetups at Maju Bar, business meetings. You know, there seems to be a growing movement here, especially in Pattaya with expats, you know, getting together and trying to work with each other and do things. There's different clubs, organizations here. There's veterans organizations here. So I don't know. I think the expat community here is excellent, growing, getting bigger, and getting better. You know, and we're interfacing a lot more with our international brothers here, like the Brits and the Aussies and whatnot. I mean, for me, I see all shades, all types getting together and communicating and, you know, trying to progress.
To be honest, he literally took the words out of my mouth. Literally, when I first came down here, we've got meetup.com is down here. I'm a part of public speaking group of Toastmasters International. They're down here. You have language exchange groups down here. You have chambers of commerce groups down here. Last year, Andre and I were ambassadors for the Junior Pan Am Games that was down here in Cali. We meet up every Thursday. There are Facebook expat groups in Medellin. There's this up to 5,000 members in Medellin. Ours is 200 here in Cali, and we want to keep it that way. And so they just like he said, we're all making so many connections. And then it's the crazy part. This is the part that'll amaze you. So many Europeans are always down here, and I mean, what blows you away is kind of like those Eastern Europeans. There's always somebody down here from Holland, Switzerland, Norway. Always in bulks, always down here in Colombia. You wonder, like, and I never asked, but I'll talk to them all the time because they're always in the salsa classes. But I always wonder, like, how is it that people from that region of Europe are coming down here to Colombia in such droves? How do they know about Colombia on that scale? And come to find out that salsa, they come to Cali because it's the capital of salsa dancing. And so they want to come here to learn it or to experience it in Colombia, the Colombian version of salsa, not just Puerto Rico or New York or Miami's version or Cuba's version. And so that brings more connections. And there are so many Europeans that own businesses down here now, just like it's a lot of brothers and sisters that are purchasing condos and real estate and doing the Airbnb thing down here now. I got one brother that he has actually 7 properties. What he does, he goes to an Airbnb, he rents it out. If he likes it, he'll go to the manager or the owner, and he'll say, how much to rent your apartment outside of Airbnb? And they'll usually drop it down by a couple $100 because Airbnb fees, you know, so forth and so forth. And what this guy will do, he'll list it. He'll say, here's 6 months worth of rent or 9 months worth of rent. He may rent it. He may have originally rented it for $750 for that month. Now he's out from up on the Airbnb. It's only $400 a month with all the things that's what included. He literally rents it out on Airbnb, the same Airbnbs. So he has 7 locations that he just went on ahead and paid off through the owner, and now he gets that extra $200 per month from 7 Airbnbs. And so there are brothers down here that are doing some amazing things. Also, you got a couple of brothers that me and Ace met walking down the street, some of my coolest brothers. They actually have shown Colombians how to sell a life insurance online. And so they have a staff that they have, just 2 cool brothers. And so those things that are taking place as far as the network. And that's why me personally, I would sit back and say, I don't know Thailand's scenario, but just like he was saying, Thailand's is pulsating and is growing as far as the expat community. I could say the same thing as far as Colombia.
That's the coastal.
Not correct, but also I could also say as far as the networking in Colombia, I don't know how the networking works in Thailand. Are there a lot of dudes in Thailand that when you get off that plane, other than a couple of you guys, that these people can depend on? Like, listen, I couldn't catch it with Flatboy, but I can catch it with Dre. I couldn't catch it with Dre, but Ace is right over there. There's always somebody somewhere that's got you. Is it like that in Thailand?
Well, we have WhatsApp groups. And that's kind of what we do out here. Like we have like a bunch of WhatsApp. But out here it's so safe because we're not used to it. You know, the first couple of days we're on the training wheels, like I need this person. But once you get settled in and realize this is really everything that we've been saying it is, and you realize that it's safe and it's cool, you're gonna create your own little world. You know what I mean? That's why when I made the joke about Austin being the king of the passport bros, I'm like, there is no king of anything. Brothers are gonna create their own path, whatever it is that they do. So out here, it's more of like Facebook groups than people meeting you at the airport, because the airport's far away from Pattaya. I wish we could do that, but it's not. It's not as readily accessible as like probably what it is for you. I'm not sure how far you are from the airport, but let me. What'd you say, Coach?
20 minutes.
Okay, you see. Wait. Okay, wait. Flyboy got the Sheik of Arabia. He got the Sheik of Arabia today. What's going on?
Flyboy, wait.
I had to come back and say bye because I'm getting ready. We're about to go film some content. And
we saw the light by the bed. We saw that.
Yeah, we saw the light.
Mr. All Platforms. Mr. All Platforms.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna let me know more about Fort Lauderdale and the dating environment in Fort Lauderdale. So we're gonna have the millennial dating thing I do. But I just want to say, did y'all get to the cost of buying property already?
No, and we didn't get to Nightlife yet. But you should be here for that. You should be here for that. You got to leave right now. You got to leave right now.
I have it's like a 30 to 45 minute show, and then after that, I guess I catch you later. We don't go out. I'll catch you guys later.
I gotta think. But don't worry, you're gonna get this work too. So whenever you're ready, you know what I mean. You get this work, you're gonna get it. And that's another thing too, Coach. I want Ace too. Ace is gonna get this work too because Ace been everywhere. So let Ace know to pick a country. He can go to Antarctica, wherever he wants. I know he's been to Thailand, so if he wants this work, Ace Live. Shout out to Ace Live. He won an ACA award, by the way. Ace Live, this is for you. This is a personal message for you. You pick the country that you like, and I'll challenge you to come up against Thailand. I challenge you, and you the OG. It's like Ace. Wait, passport heavy, Ace Live, check in effect, and we way down here at the bottom. I'm challenging you, Ace Live, and I know Dre gonna tell you. Challenge you, Ace Live. I want you to pick a country that you think pound for pound that can whoop Thailand, and you can get this work too. With all due respect. All right, Flyboy, we appreciate you. We was talking about you when you was going. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying nobody's face, but we did solo cam your joint, so you're all good. So anyway, enjoy yourself. Enjoy your interview. Flyboy on all platforms. You dig? Bye. Flyboy been about his business. You know what I'm saying? Miami. Hey, I'm gonna give Flyboy away this though. Miami.
Shout out to Marwar too.
If you want to go pound for pound. That one street, Ocean Avenue, I think Ocean Avenue is fading. Thailand.
Ocean and Collins Avenue, yeah.
Just that one little area. Because LA to me overall, because it's just so spread out, LA got the most beautiful women in the world, in my opinion. But when you talk about one concentrated street, I know you've been to Florida.
The audacity to say LA got the most beautiful women in the world. Stop it, bro.
They do because they got everybody, and it's a bunch of them. It ain't just one area.
Okay,
it ain't just one area.
So you saying that LA is better, got more beautiful women, other than the actors? Well, you know what? I might have to give you that. As far as the United States, I might have to give you that. I've been out to that region several times, and compared to Miami, and I love Miami, but I got to give it to LA without a doubt.
That street though. Ocean Avenue, just from Versace's crib to the Fridays on the corner, that spot there, I ain't seen that pound for pound that can beat that street, pound for pound. Because they got Venezuelans, Cubans, Colombians, they got every Latin thing you can think of is on that street. At least that's how it used to be. I heard it got pookied out now, but when I used to go there,
oh man, they used to be my spot down there.
Memorial Day weekend, and then the Pookies came, and then everything started changing. You know what I mean? That cancer spreads. But I don't know about now. Y'all got to tap in. If y'all in Miami, tell me this Ocean Avenue, pound for pound, got the best concentration of beautiful women. I can't see nothing beating Ocean Avenue. But we got to go to the next thing. So what is that? Is that a tie? I'm willing to get out of tie.
I say tie. Yeah, I say tie on that one. Easy, because everything that Chuck said was basically what I would have said too.
Chuck, you good with giving him a tie?
Yeah, it's fair. No, I'm assuming that it's very similar in both countries. So
okay, we'll give that a time. What's the next category?
Good thing.
Business opportunity, business.
We're not gonna do nightlife. Make sure we get nightlife before I gotta go, man.
Up to you. You want to do that one first? It's up to you.
It's just platform. Now. I want to make sure. Coach.
Let's do nightlife first, because I know people that definitely will be nightlife.
Here we go.
I saw some people in the comment section talk. Oh yeah, you're right, Big Boss. I am Marwa. There's a lot of OGs. Yeah, I am Marwa can get this work too. I mean, everybody can get this work when it comes pound for pound. They can all get this work. And it's all due respect when I say that. I mean that when I say that Ace and all of them, I mean it in a loving way. But just like Dre, I love Dre, but Dre gonna get this work too. Nobody's exempt from getting this work. So Dre, what you want? You want nightlife or you want the what's the name?
Let's do nightlife. I mean, even though I'm better on the business side, I'm kind of iffy with the nightlife because I won't even lie to you.
That's when you need Flyboy Way. I know we should have did it.
That's what I was hoping to have Flyboy Way for, but
Dre's married, so he can't. You guys.
I mean, when you guys come to town, I'm always out. I'm always out and about. But it's kind of like I can only give you so much about Medellin. You see what I'm saying? Because it's not the Medellin that I was going to. It's completely different monster.
You're like a retired NBA player. Like when I was playing, we only got $1 million. Y'all getting $800 million, but y'all don't get to get fired. Rules change.
And Cartagena, and whenever I go to Cartagena, I'm a daytime dude because there's so much to do in the daytime. I'm tired at night. I ain't trying to go to no club, and I dang sure even if I was single, I ain't going to no clock tower getting no pros. I got game. See what I'm saying?
Let's change it then. Let's
would be at a clock tower paying for some female.
Okay,
man, listen.
I'm gonna make it easy. I'm gonna make it easy because we know what the people want. We know what the people want. So let's just shift the dynamic a little bit. We know you married. We gotta respect. Shout out to Andrea, but we're gonna ask you questions about similarities. Like when we say nightlife, where can you find? Where do you see the most beautiful women in Colombia? What city? More beautiful than Medellin?
Yeah.
Really?
Medellin got the dude, Medellin is nothing but nose surgeries, lip surgeries, and everything else surgeries. Now, do we have some of that in Cali? Yes, but not to the extent that's Medellin. Medellin is nothing but Barbie world, dude.
Now I know this is Dre's home court, y'all, but y'all that been to Colombia, haircut to Dre. I need y'all to tap it because I ain't been there. I've heard nothing but great things about Medellin. Dre is partial to Cali, though.
You know why you always hear that about Medellin? Because we don't want you here in Cali. When the last time you saw me put up a hey, Rich, you see those Cali videos I sent you behind the scenes, right? When you was like, hey, Dre, throw me some. You see what I'm saying? You ain't gonna see that in Medellin. You remember the ones when the two girls were dancing together? You put them on the video. Absolutely. That's Cali. You ain't gonna see that in Medellin.
Whoa. Back up. You're on your own platform. You live in Colombia, and you're telling me that them two big booty Colombian women, I won't see that.
Cali curves. Dude, them Cali curves. Why do you think I came up with the term Cali curves?
All right. I can't argue with you. I ain't been there, but if I was anybody that's been in Colombia, I would jump on the screen. I would super chat. I would do whatever the hell it took to wake your ass up. Because I've heard too much good stuff about Medellin to believe that Cali can just stomp on Medellin. I mean, where's International Zoe?
As soon as we walk through the door, and I'll tell you the other thing about Medellin women.
So right now, listen to you.
Because this is so tourist tarnished. In other words, there's so many tourists that come there. Right. You as a new dude, you guys coming to Medellin for the first time, you just a nothing. You just he's another tour. He's not coming to Cali and see how the women treat you. Cali is a relationship city. B, Cali is a city where it's still organic. It's, like I say, it's always the last organic major city where you can really experience Colombia. Medellin is nothing but tourists. It's almost like, let's put it like this, and we can go on from here because I know we're trying to go through our topics.
I'm calling enforcement.
Medellin is the Orlando compared to Cartagena would be Miami, because it's built just like South Beach. If you ever seen Cartagena, it's built just like South Beach, and it has a historical side too. But Cali is the Atlanta Cali got these sisters down. All that footage I showed you with sisters. Cali.
Look, I'm looking at your chat, Dre. I'm looking at your chat. Jay said I disagree with Dre on that one.
Of course, you know what Jay say that?
Cali is the PBL capital. This is your thing. They let it be. Read them out. Let them know. I mean, we need to get this. We got a super chat of beautifying everyday women, 810s all day, every flavor. OG Will, what are we talking about? Can you put OG Will?
I know what City Will talking about.
What is he talking about?
Cali.
He didn't say it. I think Boss been to Colombia. Jay Sharp said, "What up to Big James?" Barranquilla, they promote dating foreigners. They have the quality girls. Where's Barranquilla at?
Barranquilla is like this. It's Cartagena right here, 2-hour bus ride of Barranquilla, and then Santa Marta. They're all on the same freeway.
Okay.
They're just
I remember you telling me that. Okay. So what is the difference?
All over the Atlantic Ocean.
Are women more beautiful in one than the other, or is it all equally fine?
I would say.
OG Will said Cali. You right, Dre. He did say Cali.
If I shout out to Will, thank you for the super chat. Let's see what Big Boss had to say.
Okay.
Big Boss says, "Yo Zoom, think of Cali like." Okay, there we go.
Okay. Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, I'll read what he said. Big Zoom said, "Yo Zoom, think of Cali like Isan, the melanated Afro-Colombianas. Medellin has the whitest snow bunny spot. Medellin would be like Bangkok." Oh, wow. So I guess what Boss is saying is you might be right, Dre. But Lowe's talked about a melanated spot there that he fell in love with.
But what I'll say this about Cartagena. If you're looking for that Brazilian/Venezuelan tan, Cartagena.
Okay,
that
beautiful
gold, Cartagena.
That's where I would be. Because I like a mixed looking woman. I like the curly. I like the woman that can just get out the beach and shake their shit off and everything.
That's Cartagena, boy. Them tans in Cartagena crazy, dude. I mean, we got them here off and on in other cities.
So I need you to educate me, Coach Andre. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Cash super chat, Big Boss. So I'm gonna name the cities in Colombia, and y'all weigh in if Dre is right or wrong. What is the order? Medellin, Cali, Cartagena, and what's the other one, Dre? Oh, you can even throw Bogota in there. And what's another one?
Bogota, yeah.
What's another one? It's another city that I always forget.
Oh, you got Cali, Cartagena, Bogota, Barranquilla.
That's the same city. But that's in that little stretch. That's in the same. Okay, so what is in the order of? First question is a 2-part question. First order is the finest women in Colombia. Period. Take out all of the. Don't go to the flyboy way. Give me. Well, if you want this, and if you want her to be a Catholic, and this is just the finest women, city by city, and then the most marriageable women, city by city. First, tell me the finest women, city by city, in order.
I say Cali is the most marriageable. I would say Cali.
No, start with the finest, and then we'll do. I want your top.
Okay, let's start with the finest. Finest. I would still say Cali. The prettiest faces, I would say, I give it to Medellin because that's the model capital of Colombia. They have that. Not LA has a fashion week. Medellin has a fashion week. So as far as the beauty, I give it to Medellin women. You got Carol G coming from Medellin. So I'm not.
Shots keeping this order. Cali's number one, the finest.
Cali's number one, and I'll tell you why. Because Cali's got these sisters down here that you can't. Well, you got that chocolate down here, and you can't put no surgery on these sisters. You can't sit back and say, "Well, these sisters got not in Cali." These sisters. Let me put it like this. Andre even said this. Andre said the women that get surgery, they get their bodies to be like the sisters. Okay. That's how fine these sisters in Cali are.
Pioneer saying Barranquilla, though. He's saying Barranquilla is number one.
I would say now my number two, if you're looking for relationships or just
no, stay on fine. We got to go find 1 to 5.
Right. I would Cali. Personally, I would sit back and spoon. Barranquilla do got some fine ones though. They got some bad sisters in Barranquilla, but I would go to Cartagena next.
Okay,
because of that golden.
Wait, Coach, you said Medellin number 2. Are you switching it now? Because I'm keeping track of your total 5.
Oh, okay. I would say, okay, Cali number 1, Medellin number 2, Cartagena number 3. The reason why for Cartagena, they've got the Venezuelans and they've got the Afro-Colombian population with golden tans, with that Brazilian tan. Okay. A lot of them in Cartagena. So if you're looking for that golden Brazilian tan, that's Cartagena.
Okay. And who's number 4?
Number 4 would be Barranquilla. Barranquilla got a lot of tall women. They've got gorgeous women, and it's not tourist tarnished. These ladies are still down to earth because they don't get tourists except for in February when the festival happens. And then the rest of the year, just a regular, nice big city. Number 4 will be Santa Marta, that a lot of dudes are sleeping on. Santa Marta is a beach city, beach town, and there's a lot of gorgeous chocolate sisters in Santa Marta.
Okay, so we didn't have Santa Marta in that top 5, so we knocked Bogota off the 5, right? So,
dude, if you want to go and see where the most unattractive women that are highly educated,
I can Chalk laughing. I can Chalk.
Hey, Chalk, check it. This is the sad part. These women are educated. Many of them are bilingual. Many of them are in politics or in STEM. They got money. They got the fashion and it's the style.
They got everything but the looks.
They are the most unattractive women in Colombia, hands. Even Andre and I, when we were walking through Bogota a couple months ago, we were like, is this me? Anytime a woman says the women are not attractive in Bogota.
Right. Okay. Bogota don't even count. Okay.
Like
so, all right. I tried to get Los to come on.
Can I get to a place where I can hear? I'm with my wife right now.
Oh, see, yeah, Los out and about. That would have been good to have Los sound for this one. Though.
Yeah. I wanted to hear what Los had to say because Los had a spot in Africa. I mean that had like an African. I remember he said he went to some place he fell in love. I didn't know that place, but I gotta hurry up because I hate Russian. But so now, which ones are out of the 5 you named? You gave us the order of the finest. In your opinion, out of the 5 you named, where are the top from 1 to 5 the best places to find a wife?
Cali, Barranquilla.
Barranquilla 2. Y'all has been to Colombia. Let us know if Dre's capping or not. Barranquilla 2.
Barranquilla, Santa Marta, Cartagena, Medellin 5. Do not try to look for a wife in Medellin. You are wasting your time. It's like trying to look for a wife in Vegas.
Damn.
Because it's set up like that. You know, Vegas is set up. It's a tourist capital.
Yeah, that's a great example. Okay, so y'all got that, y'all. This is the nightlife. What we're talking about because
you want to read that from Big Boss?
Oh yeah. Big Boss says Medellin, Bangkok, Bogota, Pattaya. Bogota, Pattaya? Not after what Dre just explained. Dre just said the
I don't think so.
Yeah, Cartagena, Phuket, Cali, Isan. That's the reason Boss' favorite Colombian spot is Bogota. Santa Fe district, coach. I don't know. Boss is giving a little pushback.
It's awesome. And when Bogota,
you gotta be pale. If it's cold, they gotta be pale out there.
Check it out, Rich. The Chalk. It's the only city that I took footage and threw it away in Colombia. I've never taken footage while I did walking down the street downtown in Colombia, and I was like, "Ain't nothing but ugliness on this one." I took.
Never comes up in any conversation.
Yeah. Go back to his comment. Let me straighten Boss out real quick. Go back to his super chat. Boss, you're telling me, I want to make sure Medellin is like Bangkok. Wouldn't Medellin be more like Pattaya, according to what Dre's saying? According to you being in both places? Maybe he did a typo. Boss, I need you to come back in and let us know like how you could compare Medellin to Bangkok. I just don't get that. That I don't understand. Bogota, Dre just explained to us that it's very cold out there. When it's cold, you don't have a lot of melanated people when it's cold. Not to say you can't be beautiful and not melanated, but I don't know. Santa Fe Boss has been there. Cartagena, Phuket. Okay. Cali, Isan. Okay, because it's dark ones. I'll go agree with those. But he said Bogota. Dre disagree. Anybody agree with Boss about Bogota?
Let's see what Rob has to say. No excuses.
All right, no excuse.
Rob is married to a Colombian like I am. He's shout out to his channel, and he's also been all over Colombia. Big
Bring him up, because you ain't
up right now.
So I couldn't see it because Big Boss's thing is there. No excuse.
What up? What up,
I
fellas?
need to holler at No Excuse. What's up, brother?
What's good, man? What's good, man?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. So, are you here to help, Dre? Are you here to just correct any mistakes we made? What? State your case, sir.
I mean, I know Colombia won already, so I'm just.
Oh, you heard him, Dre. Dre, you heard him. Oh, Dre, we got to put the poll up before I leave. Dre, we got to put the poll up before I leave. I only got 10 more. I mean, my thing starts.
Hey, what's the verdict on Nightlife? We never even talked about Thailand. It seemed like we went on Colombia for like 3 hours.
Oh, yeah, we did. Okay. So, okay, Coach. Chuck, I'm gonna let you have Nightlife because I'm gonna let you have that because I can scream on Dre, but I haven't been there, so it's hard for me to really go in.
But you made it sound more like you on a woman search or something, like that's the only category, that's the only thing that matters. So I'm not sure, I get it.
No, we changed it because he's the only one on here that's married. Him and No Excuse are married. We're not married. So I get that.
But
what
how are we weighting it? Like, is it more about looking for a wifey, a girlfriend, or a date for the night? Or are we talking about nightlife in general? Like, is it more fun at night? Where, how are we framing this?
I changed it a little bit for Dre because Dre can't really speak on it. Like we could probably speak on it.
He can speak on nightlife in general, which is what I think we should be talking about. I think we should be focused on women.
I've been to both.
Wait. No excuse. Wait. The best. I love you. $2 super chat. Wait, let me read it off for Dre real quick. Let me read the mess because I want to hear No Excuse guys say before I go. Bogota ain't hitting nothing. Been there. All right, get that off. Thank you, the mess monster. Now, No Excuse. State your case. You say you've been to both places. I need to hear about it.
All right, so here's my opinion. So I would say this: when it comes to nightlife, yes, I would say Thailand wins in nightlife because they got more hip hop clubs. And so, just having hip hop clubs and them playing our music, I would give Thailand nightlife. Now, as far as aesthetics, beautiful women, yeah, I mean Colombia hands down. So I think we win in the beauty department. I think Colombia has better weather. We have a multitude of cities that have a constant weather year round. There's no seasons, so I give weather to Colombia. I give food food to Thailand. I will give food to Thailand. As far as land ownership, you can own land in Colombia as a foreigner. So I think as far as building generational wealth, Colombia will be a better place to build generational wealth and start.
Okay.
Healthcare, probably Thailand probably got that. Probably got an edge on that as well. But I think in my opinion, I think finding suitable wives, I think Colombia wins in that. I think a lot of brothers have realized there's a lot of new brothers, young brothers that's traveled to Colombia. I got so many brothers that hit me up, say, you know what, I just got married. They asking me about the process. So more brothers are getting married from women in Colombia than any other country in the world in the last 3 years. So Colombia definitely winning as far as men finding wives.
Okay.
I don't know what other categories y'all.
No, you covered a lot in a short period of time. Bring him down real quick, Dre. He covered a lot, and he was fair. I thought he was going to be unfair. He was fair, but No Excuse. I wish you would have been here for the whole time so you could help Dre out because you made some excellent points and you validated a lot of his points. Dre is super, super, super knowledgeable in his thing. He knows his shit. I can't argue with him. So that's why I brought Chalk up for security because I knew Dre was going to hit me with some facts that I didn't know. No Excuse is who you should have had yesterday. No Excuse. Where was you at yesterday?
Hey, did I not reach out?
Yeah, he reached out.
No Excuse. What happened?
You should have been there for your boy.
Man.
We can't talk about that. Well, it was the reason. It was the reason, you know what I mean? But
what was her name?
He's married. You can't say that, Coach. You can't say that. I mean, Chuck, he's married.
You can say his wife's name. You can say his wife's name.
But here's why I'm gonna give Dre and No Excuse action, you guys. We're gonna have a poll, right? We're gonna have a poll because I really gotta go. But you know what I'm gonna do, Dre? Just so y'all can keep it going. I'm gonna let Chalk take over when I leave to go do my consultation. If y'all still up, I'll come back. But we should do a poll, and I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna give Dre action.
I'm trying to figure out how to put the poll up. I'm in the studio. I'm in the stream customization.
Oh, you was laughing at me when I couldn't figure it out. Oh, now it ain't funny now. Huh?
No,
Yeah,
no,
you was
do
laughing
it from the YouTube. Do it from the actual.
You was laughing at
YouTube.
mine.
Do it from the
That's
actual.
why I'm at. Hey, Rob. That's why I'm in my YouTube studio.
No, you don't need to.
No, not studio.
Go to the
Wait,
video.
wait. Before y'all do that, let me explain what the action is in case I got to leave in the middle of that. You guys understand? I'm giving Dre action. If you guys do the poll and Dre wins this poll, then we got to go back and do a tiebreaker. Okay. So, with that being, that gives no excuse time to come back. We get time to really set it up and really do it. If he wins, I don't think he's gonna win. I don't think it's gonna be necessary. But I'm giving him action, y'all. If y'all vote on this poll, the Gail at Night is up in this joint. Watch Gail explain it to you. Let me hear that action.
Yeah, Gail's gonna walk you through this.
Come on, Gail, give him the action.
Open with YouTube. Because you're on.
Okay. Now, Gail, do I go to my studio or do I just go to the regular YouTube?
Regular YouTube.
Okay. Let me go there. While you guys listen to some smooth music.
Mm-hmm.
Soothing.
It's nice.
Yes.
That's that grown folk music.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right,
So I'm there. Yeah, I'm looking at I'm looking at where it gives you it's live. The live stream is right there.
Okay, click on the live stream and open the chat. You have the chat open?
So click on the live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm good.
So when y'all doing this, I'm gonna go to my consultation. Chuck, I know you got this. Chuck, you got it.
Oh, I see the poll. Okay, there we go.
That's it.
There we go.
Mm-hmm. Just put who won. I guess how you want to do it, and the two options would be Colombia or Thailand.
What's the poll question, Zoom? What's the poll question?
The poll question is basically Colombia or I'm just gonna put in Colombia. Everybody knows what the vote is, or Thailand. Yeah. I'm just gonna put in Thailand. Nothing special, nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't make it complicated. Make it nice and simple.
Right, simple.
Colombia or Thailand. Well, who you got? That's it.
I'm gonna be watching while I'm doing my consultation, but man, if y'all still going, I will come back, y'all. But my consultation be going on forever. Thanks to Coach Dre, who taught me the value of consultations. Man, he taught me the value of consultations, and that really makes a difference in my life. Chak is doing consultations. Chocolate Man in Thailand.com. He will promote his thing. No excuse. You ain't gonna have no excuses the next time. If it's a tie, no excuse. I'm just telling you. I'm coming for you too, because you right there with you. Pause. I gotta say the pause. It's good talking to you guys. Gail at Night. I will see you later. And if I don't make it, I will check y'all later on. You did.
You guys see the poll?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as far as
we can see it. Okay, we can see it. It's up. It's running.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Colombia is out in front.
Let me
what were you saying? Yeah, I heard you, Chuck.
Huh?
What were you saying?
Colombia's in the lead.
Okay, cool. Somebody asked me, shout out to Drew G. He said, Dre, do you know Afro Wahita, YouTube Colombia? Afro Wahita out of beautiful, just gorgeous sister out of Bogota. One of the few beautiful women in Bogota. She was the first person we interviewed on our channel 5 years ago. She was our first interview. We've been knowing Afro Wahita. She was like our first and our third and our fourth. We probably interviewed her at least 4 or 5 times as she was getting her channel off the ground. But yeah, we definitely know Maya. That's our girl. Yeah, definitely. She her story is amazing. You know, growing up in a small town, built like a supermodel, looked like a supermodel, but because she has the giant afro and curly hair, all the people in her community, being dark skinned, shunned her. And she said she did not know how beautiful she was until she moved to Bogota. She said the first guy that gave her a compliment, she actually cried. She said she told a story. She said she actually used to pray that God would make her beautiful one day, not realizing how beautiful it was. Is the living story of Ugly Duckling. She literally did not know this woman is like 5'9", built like a supermodel, chiseled, just everything about her looks is just fabulous, and she never knew it her whole life. Crazy. Everybody's like, she should be a supermodel. I'm like, yeah, I know, right? And she said because she was light skinned in her small town, she was shunned.
Wow.
You know, but yeah. But cool sister, man. Her channel is excellent.
I actually been to her hometown.
Yeah, where's
she from?
Yeah, this is Andre and I were supposed to go there on a because her town is like on the outskirts of close to the desert area too, and so we were supposed to go there, and I forgot what was it? I think it was the pandemic. I think it was the pandemic that caused us have to change everything. Shout out to my man once again. He said Cali is supreme with curves. Yes, if you want to see with sisters that's built like Gail, come on down to Cali. Them curves, boy, you sit back, you be like, oh my God, these sisters though. But I could also say curvaceousness is in Cartagena as well. I could easily say that. Cartagena, with Santa Marta, anywhere where you got the sisters, it's just, dude, you be looking at these bodies like, oh my goodness, seriously, and it'd be super, super chocolatey. Go ahead.
Now I think they curvaceous all over Colombia, even the mestizos.
Oh, yeah.
It's a curvy women culture, man. Like Bogota probably the exception, but in general, Colombia is very curvaceous, man.
Okay, let me hear what you have to say about Bogota. Was I right though? Or was I?
Yeah, they probably the least attractive out of Colombia overall. You know, yeah, I agree. Everybody say that though.
Yeah. And me and Andre were walking downtown. We're walking. I'm getting this footage, and I'm looking like, this is just a waste of recording. I just took it 45 minutes of recording, walking downtown, thinking I'm gonna get some really nice footage for you guys. I just deleted it. I'm like, I am not gonna put this madness. Shout out to women in Bogota, but I'm not gonna put this madness. They need some. You notice that we said even though Maya is from Bogota, she's from a town outside of Bogota. She's not a sister that's from the area, because I kid you not. You know, like, and but don't get me wrong, when it comes to intellect, education, careers, Bogota women cannot be touched. These women got their own money. They're gonna take you out to dinner. But yeah. Okay, Gail says 144 in the chat. Do not forget to vote. No voting. No bucking. I like that. Shout out to Gail. How's your day going, Gail?
It's going great.
All right. That's what I'm talking about.
What's going on, child?
We're gonna keep this poll going.
Good to see you, Gail, too.
You too.
I know, right?
Dre, you want to finish out these topics, or are you good?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's do the topics. Thank you, Chuck.
All right. What are we calling Nightlife? So what's who's a winner there?
It's you guys.
Okay, we're gonna take Nightlife. All right, we can go back to business opportunity. This will be an interesting one. Business.
I would say, me personally, with both of them, there are opportunities down here to purchase businesses and to start businesses in Colombia. Actually connect with business owners. For example, I've been trying to make a few connections in regards to selling Colombian coffee in the States. A couple of friends of mine that own coffee shops in the States wants to start purchasing directly from here. And so those opportunities are here. Or just like I was saying, when it comes to my friends who are teaching people here in Cali how to sell insurance, car insurance, life insurance, so forth, online. So those opportunities are here. I got one partner, he just made a connection a couple of weeks ago when he was here in regards to opening up he's a mechanic. And so he said, let me bring my skills on down here. So those opportunities are down here for individuals to take advantage of. Also, land ownership. I mean, you can sit back and say, you know what, I got an extra 3,000. Let me go ahead and buy me some acres over here in this part of Colombia. Let me add some more to those acres. The next thing you know, you got you a nice amount of acres. Let me go ahead and build me a finca, which is a farmhouse or vacation home. Sometimes we may call them a villa as well. And let me build me a finca. And the next thing you know, you got you some land in the finca before the end of the year. It's just so inexpensive. But here's the kicker, and I think Rob, you could talk about this, or Chuck. When dudes try to buy businesses down here or start businesses, they never take consideration the currency exchange. Bruh, you're not about to sit up here and make 50,000 USD. You're gonna make 50,000 in, or you may make 100 mil in pesos, but that doesn't add up. And so when guys try to come down here and actually start up a business other than buying property or land or Airbnb, I kind of like, me personally, I wouldn't buy because I'm not trying to go into pesos. How do you feel about that, Chuck?
Yeah, so I mean, like buying property, well, we'll get into that, separate topic, but like opening a business here in Thailand, it's not incredibly difficult, especially for Americans, since we have an amnesty treaty with Thailand, which can definitely make it easier for you to open up certain kind of businesses, get business visas, work permits, that type of thing. I would say the process here is probably a little more convoluted, though, than it is in Colombia. It seems like in Colombia, you could probably just open up a business without doing a whole lot. I mean, what's the process there for opening a business?
You just go through the same paperwork process that you would do in the States.
Is there any question about visas or anything like that? Or
I mean, you have go ahead, Rob. You about to say something?
Yeah, I got a different take on doing business in Colombia.
Go ahead.
I think Thailand. I think out of the countries I've seen, I think Colombia and Thailand rank very low in regards to doing business. Now I know we're comparing the two, but I think I think we're comparing two unattractive countries to do business from a world standpoint. There's not most American investors with money don't look at Colombia or Thailand as attractive. One thing that makes Thailand, I would say, a little less attractive is that you have to split profits depending on the type of business set up in Thailand. You got to split profits. That same business in Colombia, you probably wouldn't have to split profits. So Colombia has an edge on that. But there is a lot of political infrastructure that Colombia lacks. Yes, you could create a business and do things of that nature, but there's still a lot of things that you can't do online that you would be able to do in more developed countries like the U.S. and things of that nature. And then also too, like Dre was alluding to, if you're trying to make an American type profit, your customers have to be Americans or foreigners. Your business can't necessarily cater to locals because you're not going to make a big profit margin. And so either you have a business, a restaurant that caters to foreigners, or you're able to make money by developing real estate. And so developing real estate is very challenging in Colombia because they don't have the infrastructure. They don't have where I could go in Brazil or South Africa and they got a deeds office where they can pull up an electronic map, zoom in and zoom out to look at different lots to find who owns this, if any debts on this as well. You have to do a lot more legwork, pay a lot more people, and translate if you don't speak no Spanish in Colombia. Thailand, I think their official government language in Thailand is English. So I think you can maneuver a little bit more in Thailand, but once again, you still have to split profits in a lot of situations in Thailand. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it.
And I have to agree with Rob because in Colombia, we don't have an MSL listing as far as buying a property. You don't have anything to compare it to. You only have to negotiate that price. The other thing here in Colombia, this is some of the things I'll talk about during a consultation when it comes to purchasing property or even purchasing a business. You have to make sure that you, like Rob said, do your legwork because Colombia is a generational wealth country. That house that you want to purchase could be paid off, but yet there's 4 or 5 people, because it came down from 3 or 4 generations, 4 or 5 people that own that piece of property, yet one person approached you, you make a deal and don't realize that there were 4 other people that own that piece of property. Same it is with the business. That often there's generational businesses. So if you're purchasing a business, so now you got to do that extra legwork to make sure that this is the only owner of that piece of property. And it happens like that in the States, but it's very common to have generational wealth here in Colombia when that you'll be purchasing from, whether it be a business or whether it be a piece of property. Now, if it's a new condo or like in Cartagena, like we said, Cartagena, if you ever looked it up on the map, it looks like South Beach in one of the major areas. And so a lot of those condos are brand new. So if you want to buy those, cool. But if you just want to buy a regular home in Colombia or a regular piece of property or land, it comes with, you're going to have to do your legwork.
Facts.
How about in Thailand?
Yeah, so you can run into that problem when you're trying to purchase a property. You're as a foreigner, you're not going to own land in Thailand. Let's just get that established right now. You're not going to own land in Thailand. You're never going to do it. Never going to do it. There are ways in which you can leasehold the property and whatnot, but even then, you have to make sure whoever you're leaseholding that property from is the actual owner of the property. So you run into that same situation where you're not 100% sure who you're buying it from until you go through the paperwork and make sure that that is the actual owner and that they have the right to lease you that property. So yeah, you can't run into that same situation for sure.
Yeah, it happens here. It happens here so many times. A guy would sit back and say, I'm about to buy this piece of property, pays for the piece of property, and then finds out afterwards because he didn't do, I forgot the name of it. I have it written down in my notes that I use for consultation. But you have to do that research. You have to do that. It is it starts with a D. It's a form that you get to do a, see, now I'm looking for stuff now. What's the form? What is the form? It's to find out if you got liens, if the house has liens on it, if it has anything.
It's called a matricula.
Yeah.
So if you get the matricula from the office, it'll give you the history of that property, and it'll tell you everything. But you have to know. The problem is that Colombia, I don't know about Thailand. You can answer this, Chocolate Man. A lot of areas in Colombia, they don't have a traditional address system. Because like where my wife is from, they have like lot, she lives in a certain area and she's like in lot A or lot B.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, so to make sure you got the right matricula or /D, sometimes you got to know the GPS coordinates, or you have to know like the lot number to be able to find it. So, but like in the United States, you could just put an address in and then you can locate the details based on the address that's registered with the city.
Also, here's the other form that a person needs to have. It's called the due diligence report. It's almost like an inspection report. And what it does, the due diligence reports let you know about any damages, any liens, or any foreclosures on the home as well. And for those that may want to ask about, we're really giving you guys a free consultation for real.
Right.
Anybody that wants to know, well, if I'm a U.S. citizen, can I get a loan? And Chuck, you can answer this one for us, Thailand. As a U.S. citizen in Colombia, can I get a loan to purchase a home? This is how it works in Colombia. Most of the time, no, as a foreigner, you can't get a direct loan like you would get to buy a piece of property. But here, even if you could, let's say you could, you have to have proof of income. You have to have good credit in Colombia, like I'm building my credit. You also have to have, if you're going to get a loan from a Colombian bank as a foreigner, you would still have to put 30 to 40% down. The interest rate will be 12% on a 20-year mortgage.
Yeah. So in Thailand, again, you're not going to a bank and getting a loan. That's not happening. You're not getting a mortgage here. What happens is a lot of time with the real estate developer, whoever's building the property up, whatever, a lot of times they will offer you short-term loans, 5 to 10 years. Plus there's other third parties here that will do some kind of arrangement with you. But you're going to be paying high interest rates. You're going to be signing over the property to them until, you finish paying off your loan. So you're never going to have the deed to the property until you complete your loan. So it sounds about the same, really.
Yeah, you just don't have a chance. And let me hit these super chats real quick. Eternal Mind says, "Thank you for the $10 super chat." He says, from Dimitri via Colombia. Shout out to you guys. I got a consultation scheduled with a bunch of you guys on Sunday. I'm excited, man, about this consultation, group consultation. And so to give you guys, so you guys get a chance to see this, my consultation book that I have with me. So when Richie sit back and say, because I send Richie my stuff. So when Richie sit back and says, you know, I got some Dre's consultation information, a lot of stuff that I collect that I keep in my binders. So definitely I'll be ready for you guys this Sunday. Thank you very much for that super chat. That Cash App. Also, let me make sure I got everybody. All right, Matthew with the $10 in the building. Thank you for sending the super chat. I think I already hit that one. Cash App. Let me get to these super chats real quick, guys, because I want to continue on. We have our brother he said I had a finance Colombiana that had her own business. That's Bogota. Doing body contouring in Bogota. That is very, very common as far as women in Bogota having business. You found a fine one. I'm happy for you, brother, because it is not easy to find one of those needles in a haystack. And it's just like that. Bogota is known for women that are innovative, up and coming. The rat race. It's the 20th largest city in the world, right behind Chicago. And so, as far as population, and so Bogota really, by the way, Medellin is number 66 in the world with this 3-point-something million. Most people don't know this about the United States. Here's a little bit of trivia. United States has under 50 cities with over 1 million residents. Not even Miami has 1 million residents. So a lot of times people often think that the United States have these cities with millions of residents, and not every major city has 1 million residents. Big Boss says, shout out to Big Boss again. He said, Boss was specifically to Santa Fe district in Bogota. Specifying, he says, Boss goals specifically. Okay. He said, I deal with the Venezuelan refugees. Absolutely correct. A lot of guys date the gorgeous Venezuelan refugees. Lit and cheap. Cheap like Pattaya. Both are lit. So there are certain regions, because the cuisine in Bogota, top notch. When they talk about Michelin chefs, usually they're talking about Bogota when they're saying that when it comes to Colombia. All right, next. So when it comes to that topic of the business, where do we stand? Because it sounds like we were once again on a tie.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I really don't see. I mean, on the business side, I would say a tie, but on the property side, I think it's going to be a little easier in Colombia.
No,
Thailand is not a reality.
I still say Colombia got the edge because we don't have to split profits in Colombia.
What's the split profit thing you're talking about?
Well, if you got a business and some businesses in Thailand, the owner has to be majority owner of the business.
Okay, but that's not profit sharing. That's only ownership. That's only ownership. You don't have to profit share.
We don't know the terms of the deals in all those situations though either.
Right, but that's again, you're going to get a lawyer involved. You're going to be drawing that up. But the big thing is they're usually worried about is ownership. They don't want you coming in owning 100% of the business. That's why the Chinese literally would take over Thailand tomorrow if they could own property in Thailand. They would just buy the country. So that's why the property is the way it is, and the business laws are the way they are. So people can't just run away with every business in town. They can't just open up a distribution network here and take over the whole country. So that's why you have an arrangement as far as ownership. But profiteering, as far as I know, profiting is your money. It's your money. Whatever you make is what you make. So you're not necessarily having to share that.
So would you go in a business deal where you was majority owner and not want any cut from that? To say, here, this is your business, but I'm the owner on paper, but whatever you make is yours. You would go into a business deal like that?
I think that's pretty common in Thailand, though, because you have to have that Thai ownership in there. You have to have that as a component. But I mean, I know many business owners here, and I don't really ever hear them talking about a situation where they're having to give away into their profits to their Thai, their Thai minority owners. I don't see them having to do that. It might be a tax situation or something. I don't know the specifics on that, but I know there are many, many, many expat, business owners here, restaurants, bars, all kinds of stuff, laundromats, et cetera. And I've never heard them mention where they have to give a stake of their cash over to their Thai owners or anybody. They may own it on their own. It may be in their wife's name or something like that. But I've never seen them in that situation where they're telling me, yeah, I have to give my profits away or I have to split my profits. That's a new one on me. I could be wrong. Maybe I don't know.
That's right. He don't want to take that L, man. I ain't trying to take that.
Okay. You definitely like Ricky Mack, man. Y'all just don't know how to take a time to roll with it. Okay, what's the next category?
And then we had that property ownership, and I'm gonna have to give that to y'all just because you actually can own property there. You cannot own land in Thailand. You can buy a house and all that, house sitting on there, you can leasehold it, et cetera, but you don't actually own it. You can buy a condo, you own the condo, I guess, but it's suspect to me the way it works. It again, hundreds and thousands of people do it, but it just, to me, it's not the most comfortable thing. That's why I don't really own a condo or a house or anything here in Thailand.
Let me ask you this, Chop, before we go to the next topic. So are you saying that we win it based off of that?
I would say that because it sounds like to me in Colombia, like if I go and buy a house and land in Colombia, it's mine, right? Is that how it works?
Ever in a day. Yeah. Actually, and I'll give you another thing that they do in Colombia. They'll actually buy a house, build it in a way that is structured for the next generation to build on the next one. You have houses here in Colombia that literally have 3 generations on it that were built during different eras. That's how much they literally own it. It's the craziest thing. Andre's grandma, they just built up the 3rd level up there. So you got 3 generations in the same, and it's not uncommon here to see that.
So I'm curious, why those, it seems like it would be really easy for foreigners to come in and buy property. I'm curious why more people don't. I mean, again, China is one of them countries that just goes out there and they're trying to buy up Africa. They're trying to buy up this nation. Do you see Chinese coming in there and doing anything in Colombia?
Colombia is buy up everything
or any other Asian country.
Colombia is like a race. They buy up everything first. Every time Colombia is buy up everything first. Every time I go to a property in pre-construction or construction phase, like in the malls, they may have like a model of something that they're planning on building. If it's close to completion stage, a lot of times they be sold out. And I be like, I thought Colombians don't have money like that, but a lot of them, work and do have access to credit. So it's hard to find land in Cartagena. Even Colombia is having a hard time finding land in Colombia because Colombians buy up so much stuff. So they're pretty smart. They understand land ownership better than a lot of people.
Yes, they do.
So it's hard to get in. It's hard to buy land in Colombia. Like you really gonna, unless it's in a rural area in the cities, it's very difficult to find land right now.
Interesting. So it's easy to buy it, but there's not availability.
Yeah. Yeah, because remember what I was saying, and that's why we continue to emphasize that generational. Once you got it, it's like in the family from this day forth. Biblically, that's how long it'll be in the family until the family decides to sell that particular land or that particular home.
So they didn't even really have to establish any kind of nationalistic law. They have already bought up the country before you could get it anyway. So they already beat you. They don't even need a law.
Yeah.
All
right. Y'all ready to go to the next one?
There is that opportunity. You're never going to have an opportunity. Like they tried to pass a law here recently. They just proposed a law here where under very, very strict circumstances, you could actually own land in Thailand and the country went freaking nuts. And they pulled that back quick. They're like, nah, never mind. Sorry, my bad. It's a very
Hey, Chuck, why do you think they did that?
Country. Thais do not want their country sold. They do not. Thais want their country to be their country. Thais are extremely nationalistic. They're extremely proud of their country, and they don't want anybody else owning it. And that's why that law will probably never, ever, ever change.
I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. Good point. Man, if I was in the chat, I swear, man, my notes will be out. Because we are giving some gems. I'm sitting back just listening to the conversations that we're having. For those of you that were asking, where's Richie? Richie was just here a minute ago, and he had to go do an actual consultation. So that's what he's doing right now. But we're still going through the categories, finishing them off. We got Gail at night, Gail, the Southern Belle, and she's here with us as well. So definitely we're going to continue on with these.
Now Dre, I don't want you to get your feelings hurt because this is your, this is your panel, this is your forum, this is your channel. But have you seen the stats on the poll lately?
Let's see what the stats are. I haven't seen the poll. No, I haven't. What's the number?
Look over the poll for a second.
I haven't looked. I can't see it.
Okay, I'll give it to you. I'll read it off to you. But right now we have 82 votes in, and we are currently at 55% Colombia and 45% Thailand. This is in your world.
Like Donald Trump, Joe Biden.
They coming back.
This is in your world.
They coming back. This is what we doing in Colombia. We letting Thailand voters outget us. Now remember, as I mentioned earlier, guys, I know you guys were talking earlier about the safety factor.
Campaign.
But I'm going back. Listen, I'm campaigning. You know what? I'm not going to campaign. I'm going to let that go because I want to keep it fair and square in regards to the topics. So let's stick to the topics.
We there though. We there. That's it. The categories are finished.
All right. So where are we standing right now, at least by way of category?
Here's the tally, and let's keep this in mind. We have at least let me see here, 1, 2, 3, 3 solid ties here, which would really change the way this guy added up. 3 solid ties. We're going ahead and we're giving travel ease to Colombia. We're giving people to Colombia. We gave women. That was foregone conclusion. We gave women to Colombia. We gave healthcare. Well, that was a tie. Hold on. We'll go down to the non-ties here. Property ownership, we gave to Colombia. And weather, we gave to Colombia. Now, you still disputing the safety topic?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No,
so you still good with that. Thailand had the clear win on COLA or cost of living, food, language, nightlife, and safety. So that gave us, and you can't make this ish up. We got a tie. It's 8-8.
No, is it tied?
It's 8-8, baby.
Now,
it's tied.
If y'all added categories, we would tip over the edge.
No, we actually added a category with safety.
Well, we take safety out. Then
safety wasn't one of the original ones, but we figured that it was important enough because we knew that safety was a given. But as far as wanting to discuss it, we decided to go ahead and put safety up in there anyway.
What about the ability to find wives? I think that's different than aesthetics as far as looks. Because a lot of people,
what category would you? So if when we're speaking about women, I generalized that. I thought that included not just the aesthetics, but a little of everything. So how do you feel about that? No excuse. Like, what would be your category if you were to add one there? No excuse.
I would separate looks and then women's a marriage category. The best country to look for a wife.
Didn't we hit that yesterday though, as far as like the ladies and how relationship wise, how Thailand women treat their women, how Colombia? Did we kind of hit that yesterday for a while?
Right. Richie's opinion on that one is a very strong one. He's like, yeah, I'll give you aesthetics and all that, but when it comes down to wifey material, when it comes down to a long-term partner, I think he's more convinced that Asian women or Thai women, in this case, are a better fit. I think that was his argument.
Who's marrying more though? We got some data. We got some data to see where more marriages are being produced.
Okay, but I mean, is marriage the ultimate goal? Like for me personally, marriage is not the end game. So
right, and I think that's one of the reasons why we did
long-term relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but some people are not traveling to buy real estate either. Some people are traveling for different reasons. So it's a category. I think it's a category to say, okay, what for guys that's looking for wives, what would be the best country to look for a wife? That's just an idea.
Oh, okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to keep it as is with the Thai part. Gail, how do you keep the poll up so the guys vote? Do you keep it up for a couple hours? How did Rich do it? Yes, did he keep up overnight and then he had the final calculations in the morning? How did it go?
Well, I didn't even check the poll this morning, but it stays there until you take it down. Let me go look like.
Okay, so people can still come on and vote.
Let me double check and see if I can go on his thing and vote from yesterday.
Okay. The reason why, because I don't want to keep us, 3 hours. We're actually at the 3 hour mark right now. And I want everybody to, get a good night's sleep. Andre and I got a flight out tomorrow. And so to Cartagena, we're going to enjoy ourselves and meet some of you guys.
Oh, man, my city, man.
Yeah,
Your city.
The poll is not there now, so I think it goes away at the end of the stream or something.
Yeah, you won't be able to see it after it closes. So you got to get the tally now, unless you wanted to create a poll in your community tab. If you want to do that, poll.
We could do the tally now. We can just see what it is now. Like I said, here's what we'll do. We'll keep it up for 2 more minutes. Anybody that wants to vote, go ahead and vote. Put your votes in. We're going to keep it up for about 2 more minutes because we want to hit the 3 hour mark. We want everybody that's in here or just coming in to go ahead and get your vote in regards to Colombia or Thailand after you've heard everything that we've done. One thing that I can say, I want to say thank you, Chuck, for all that you've done as far as being the one that does the kept score. Kept score like at the spades table. He kept the score for us. I appreciate that. I appreciate also, man, your information, man. I've been following your channel I've been a fan of yours, man, for a while. I haven't said that, but I really have watched you long before I watched Richie Mack. Before I was watching Richie Mack, I was watching you, man. And I like what you guys do. I like what you do as a couple. I like what you do as an individual. I love the diversity of your audience. That's one thing I can say. What probably caught my eye for you was the fact that you didn't just have all brothers. That you have diversity as far as the eclecticness of individuals that you deal with in Thailand. I was like, who is this brother right here? Okay, cool. Like, I kid you not, man, because I'm like that. I don't just hang out with brothers. I hang out with everybody. And so
I draw no color lines.
Right. And so I appreciate that about you, man. Like I said, I never got a chance. I really never took the time out to tell you that, but I really have been a fan of your content, man.
Appreciate it,
bro. Congratulations congratulations on your growth, man. Continue to do your thing. You'll be next. I was sitting back thinking, like, I say, see, Chuck will be the next in line for that 100K. I can see it coming because birds of a feather. What happened was my man Tech Show, he got his, and then like a month later, Ace was at 88 when he got his, and Ace got his, and I was like, I'd be dang if they leave me back here, and I was at like 31. And not even 8 months later, I'm crossing the finish line of 100K. And so how you go about what you're doing, I see it written all over your content, man. I'm like, this dude gonna fly up fast.
Hey, appreciate it.
Sir,
very kind words. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. And all of us, no excuses, excellent content, excellent channel, wonderful.
Subscribe.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe to No Excuses. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Wonderful, wonderful couple. Andre and I have hung out with his wife and him, and it was a ball. Great couple. They are a perfect example of what when they say about passport bros or Javier or blue book gentlemen, and we're coming down to these other countries and we're meeting quality women. And living lives with these women, whether you get married or not. We're all on our content, on our channels, have quality women with us. We don't have no having airheads on our channel, like some guys will put in their WhatsApp groups. but we just want to continue to showcase quality to you guys. Also, if you have not had any consultations, what are you doing? Whether you're coming to Colombia, consultations with many of us, or you're going to Thailand, you got Chocolate Man and you got Richie Mack. Do not burn extra money trying to work your way around in the dark in Thailand, where you can just throw a few dollars, find out exactly where you need to go from the airport, straight to your Airbnb, straight to the places to be, straight to the things that you need to do. All the questions are answered. We give you the cheat sheet that we didn't even have.
Exactly.
You know, we give you the cheat sheet. If you only knew the amount of information that you get, we wish we had when we landed off the planes.
I would love to speak on that for just a second.
Okay, bro.
I've only done 3 consultations so far, just the truth in it. But talking to all 3 brothers I talked to, I'm just like, I was surprised. I was like, man, all the free information I give away, and these cats still needed all the help. They still need, I mean, I give it away all the time on my channel, and they still needed the help. So, I mean, not one of them left the consultation going, man, that's stupid. I already had that information. No, they were all like, man, I didn't know this. I didn't know that. Oh, man, it helped me a bunch. I was like, I kind of thought the consultation thing was kind of a scam at first. I was like, man, I don't really want to get in it. It seems scammy, seems weird. No, man, I'm happy that I could help. I'm happy I could help. Maybe I should be charging more or something, but I'm going to keep my price where it is. But, man, the light has turned on now. I'm like, yeah, y'all need a little help out there. Cool. No problem. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Dre's out there trying to help you out. You know, everybody else doing consultation. They are trying to legitimately help you out, and some of y'all need the help for sure.
That's true, man. Even myself, man. I have a couple, guys. I don't have like a website, but guys hit me up on Instagram, and I've been able to help, brother. And I've been surprised. I'm surprised that more and more brothers are willing to pay for consultations. It shows some growth and maturity. You know what I mean? From black men specifically to do that. So and then a lot of times they realize those consultations that they pay for, it pays off in perpetuity because they could hit me up after the consultation to follow up on any things like that. So I mean, I want to make money as a business. I'm not big on money. I'm big on them showing appreciation. So once you show me appreciation by getting a consultation, you know what I mean? Like, guys can hit me up any other time. I done put guys in certain private groups I got from that. So I think it's a good thing what y'all doing. I need to get a consultation from Dre to do consultation so I could do better.
I got you. I see all the questions that I use and the whole thing. I'll send that to you.
Yeah.
The same one I said Rich, the same one Rich tweaked and he gave the Chocolate Man the same type of questionnaire that we all built on. Put it together about a year ago, and I like what you said about people are surprised that black men are investing in consultations. I mean, it just all these myths and these lies that people are saying about us as passport users, man, it is crazy. But sometimes we like traveling under the radar. Let them think what they want to think in the States. We don't care. Because right now there's so many brothers and others that are doing some amazing things outside the United States. I kid you not, one of the greatest moments of my life was the aha moment when I realized that I don't have to live in the States ever again. And there was a time when I couldn't put my mind around that. Chuck, I kid you, man, kid you not. There was a brother in the Philippines. He had a YouTube channel, and he still has it. He was interviewing these 3 brothers that were ex-Navy brothers. And the brothers, I'm in the States watching them, and the brother asked a question. He said, "Do you guys ever think that you're going back to the States?" And all 3 of them, with no disrespect, were like, "No, I could ever see myself." And my brain could not calculate how could somebody say that, because I visit other places, but I never lived outside the United States, and so. That's another reason why you need consultations, because there's some things that you can't calculate that we've already experienced or calculated that your brain as a U.S. citizen, you don't understand. Well, wait a minute. What? It's not a tipping country, so I don't have to tip. So what do you mean? What the gratuity is already in? What do you mean you only pay $400 a month for that for this condo of 3 bedrooms? You can't fathom those thoughts in the United States. You've never seen it before. So we have gone through the experience already. No excuses. Chocolate Man, Ace Live, Flyboy Way, Richie Mack, all those that are doing consultations. We are past that stage of the, oh my God, this is unbelievable. And so you can get a down to earth bit of information that will last you. And like No Excuses said, everybody that does consultation with us either end up in a Patreon. I mean, not Patreon, but end up in a, well, actually with Chocolate Man, you can end up in a Patreon, or you can end up in a Discord, or you can end up in a WhatsApp group. And now you've got a group of guys, not just us. Now you got a group of individuals that you are, and actually in our case, also some ladies that you can network with. One guy asked me the other day, he said, Dre, do you mind if I put in the group that I'm coming to Cali? I say, dude, that's what you're supposed to do. All these, the group is nothing but Cali guys. So let them know, hey, I'm in Cali, who's down there too? And now you have a network of guys that if you don't see me for drinks, all of a sudden another brother's going to say, I'll meet you there for some drinks. So that's one of the things that you want to do as far as the consultation. Okay, we're at 30308. And I don't want to keep Chalk or No Excuses or Gail too late because I am still sleepy from last night. I kid you not. Gail or Chalk, could you give us the tally so far?
Yeah, we're looking at.
Votes.
Go ahead, Gail.
We have 101 votes right now, and currently Colombia is at 57%, while Thailand is at 43%.
Okay, so we're at that. What was the last total yesterday for Thailand?
I don't know what it was yesterday.
I know Richie said that you were ahead.
By the time we left yesterday, it was a little over 300 plus votes. It was about 70% Thailand, about 30% Colombia.
Okay, so we basically what Rich said, we're gonna have a tiebreaker because we've tied as a group, but we're gonna have to schedule that for probably next week or whenever because we're gonna be in Cartagena in No Excuses land, and we're gonna be down there for a few days, so we won't be doing any live streams.
Yeah, I'll be ready for that, man. I'll be ready for that. Let me know.
Okay, cool.
Hey, you've been to Thailand, right? No Excuses.
Yeah, I've been one time.
Okay, how long did you spend out here?
A week.
A week. And you just went to Pattaya, or where'd you go?
I split up between primarily Pattaya, and I did 2 days in I did 2 days in Bangkok and 5 days in Pattaya.
Cool.
Yeah. I got a question for you, Chuck. Average guy. I'm scheduling my trip to Thailand. I'm not balling, but I'm good. So money is no situation, and I'm not coming out there to splurge or anything. But my money is great, no problem. As far as Thailand experience, I've flown from Chicago, nice little flight. How long do you recommend the average person to really enjoy Thailand? What would you recommend?
Yeah, just hit me up at chocolate.com. Just hit me up at chocolate.com and I'll get you there. No, I'm just kidding.
There we go. That's a consequence.
Nah, man. Like me and Richie both kind of agree on this, man. You want to spend as much time as you possibly can on your visit. 3 weeks is really where you want to be. Like 3 weeks is like the sweet spot to kind of like get a flavor. If you got that kind of, I get it. Some dudes ain't got that kind of time. They got to do 2 weeks. Remember, you're going to spend anywhere between 24 and 30 hours of travel just getting here. So you really want to be able to decompress when you get here, have time to relax before you got to get back on that long-ass flight and go back home. And we will concede that. It takes you a hot minute to get here. It ain't around the corner, that's for sure. So, yeah, 3 weeks is really that sweet spot.
Gail says she's staying the whole month. I ain't mad at you, Gail.
There you go.
I can't wait for her to do some footage out there and
it's gonna be wild with Gail here.
I know. Y'all gonna be dragging Gail all over the place, take her to all the little spots. That's what's up.
I'm ready.
So we got to turn Gail on to the action here. Believe me, she gonna be in the in crowd for sure.
Get to meet Fern and Fa and L.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I know. Tailor-made dreams down there.
Man, she's gonna turn up.
Yeah,
hey, she's gonna be in there 808 with Fa turning up on the live stream.
I'm gonna try to know what I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna do, but I'm something really surprising on camera.
Okay. I already know what the men got planned for you. The brothers, they like, hey, take this shot. They got shots for you. They got whatever your favorite drink is, whatever your girly drink is that you like. I already know the guys gonna have that waiting for you.
Not with big brothers around there.
No, I'm talking about you guys. I'm talking about the big brothers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we gonna take care. We gonna be watching out for them little snakes though.
Yeah. Well, let's get ready to wrap this one up. We already know this is basically a tie. Let's get the final calculations, Gail, if you want to give us that before we close out.
All right, the final calculation, we have 107 votes in. Colombia's at 40. I'm sorry, Colombia's at 58%. Thailand at 42%.
Okay, we're gonna end it right there. 42%. All right, me and Richie get together and see what we decide we're gonna do. But I hope all this information that we shared was excellent with you guys. We're gonna head up out of here. You guys know how we do. Where we go, you go. Once again, make sure you subscribe to all these content creators, especially Gail at Night. If you want to hear some great content, make sure you subscribe to Gail's channel. Make sure you continue to watch, not only just subscribe, but watch Chocolate Man in Thailand. And we got Andre Wallace Spence channel. Make sure you watch her channel as Andre going like this, making sure I get some sleep. So make sure you guys subscribe to No Excuses as well as Flyboy Way. And we're up out of here. You guys have a great evening. Thank you for letting us know it was a great show. And we hope that the information that we shared with you guys was extremely informative. We're up out of here, guys. Make sure you subscribe to Andre Wallace TV on your way out the door.